Mic check, mic check. It's
Check,
your boy
check,
Dame Dozha here with my brother
DJ Deceptacon. What's happening?
Break My Track Studios. It's the Word on the Net podcast. Once again, it's on. We got a special DJ edition today. Yeah, so y'all know our DJ talks get heated. We're here to talk about some music. We're here to talk about some DJing. We're here to talk about the industry, man.
Yes, sir.
We got some folks that been around the world and back again, Craig, on this music shit. Welcome to the Word on the Net podcast, DJ Swank, aka Swank Sanchez official, man. Y'all go follow him on Instagram, Swank Sanchez official. DJ Swank in the building once again. Give him a round of applause. Word on That podcast. So yeah, man. I heard a little bit about you, brother, but I want to know a lot more. So I'm glad that you came up on the podcast today.
Yes,
why don't you let the folks know, who you are and what you do?
I go by the name of Swank Sanchez, and I'm a professional open format DJ.
For sure.
Open format. Well, how do you explain the open format?
Open format, yeah, man. I play any and everything. You feel me? Music is an international language, so I'm open, and I love learning about different cultures and different frequencies they on. So that's why I say I'm open format, because I play some Indian music, I play some Ethiopian music, Haitian music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just hip hop and R&B.
Okay. Well, yeah. I like the eclectic templates and palettes, but we here to talk about some hip hop, man, some rap music to be exact, actually. But yeah, man, open format. I never heard anybody say it like that. Where you from?
I'm from Virginia, man, Norfolk, 757. You know what I mean? If you ain't familiar. Timberland from the city, you know what I'm saying? Pusha T, Pharrell, Missy Elliott, Michael Vick, Allen Iverson, just to name a few. So,
okay, yeah, y'all got some real thugs and some real pioneers from out there in Norfolk. It's kind of like a military city on the low, ain't it?
Man, it's the biggest Navy base in the world, man. So yeah, that was like a big influence growing up. Either you going to school, you join the military. So.
So you said your family military or no? Or
my pops, my pops was in the Navy.
Okay.
But cool. All my uncles served, so I got an uncle in every branch.
That's lit. Shout out to all my people that's giving their lives for the country. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir, most definitely.
Shout out for your service. Thank you.
And how long you been DJing?
I've been DJing now for about 8 years.
What made you how'd you get your start in DJing?
I mean, for me, I've always been into music. I feel like right now, I'm kind of like walking into my ultimate dream, but I always wanted to be a super producer and a songwriter. But my dad has always been like the music man. Like, so any function or any family gathering, he's the guy with all the music. He got all the electronics. So growing up, I seen that, and he just taught me a lot, basically. So when I went to school in Alabama, that's 12 hours away from home. I was kind of just kicking it like, hey, I'm a DJ, because I had these big speakers in my dorm room, and I was always playing loud music. So everybody like, yo, you a DJ? And I was kind of like manifesting. I'm like, yeah, I'm a DJ. And then I got tested, and boom, I showed out and proved. So yeah.
When you started, did you guys have CDJs?
Nah, man, this was 2015, 2016. The DJ controllers just came out. Yeah.
What was your first DJ controller?
The Newmark. The Newmark.
The NS7?
Nah, I wish. Nah, the Newmark. It was very basic. The mixed track. Yeah. I think. Yeah, one of the mixed tracks. I think it was the 3. Honestly.
Mixed track 3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I ain't a veteran yet.
I was a little old. I had.
You had the one.
No, I had the actual Serato box. I had to do the whole Serato box setup with the turntables. Oh, yeah. I started off with a Newmark too, but it was the DJ starter pack joint. That's what I started off. Well, that's what I started off with, technically speaking. Virtual DJ first, but like a week or two in, I switched to at least that. Yeah. Then I found out I couldn't scratch with that because it didn't have a crossfader curve cutoff.
Oh wow!
So it was like, oh shit. And then after that I was like, all right, well fuck it, I'm gonna get a real setup, and I went to 1200s like right after that.
Damn.
Then from 1200s, then I got into the CDJs. I did the Denons with the vinyl top on them. So I forgot what they were called. I forgot what they was called, but the Denon, whatever those were. Then went from that to controller after that. So I had the SX. I think the SX1 was the first controller I got.
Yeah, see, I ain't had that experience. It was just straight controller.
That's kind of dope though.
I got turntables now, but yeah,
I like turntables. You know what I'm saying, for what they're for. But if you're not gonna be doing a lot of battling and like battle tricks, then it's like no point in having one.
It's just a good look. It's a good look.
It's more complicated to deal with personally. Like if you
definitely.
have to like tote that shit to a gig.
Oh yeah, that's heavy.
It's heavy.
For
you got to
me,
bring all these pieces. If you break a needle, it's over with. It's
that's
like
expensive.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, the needles get expensive over time. True, right? But if you don't come with like each needle, bro, was like $35.
That's on the low end.
And it's so easy to break that you're just like, and then if it break, you fucked for the whole gig. You can't even do anything else with that shit. You got to go internal mode on one side or whatever.
But now they got the digital needles.
Yeah, the digital needles, it's game changer, boy. Some of that shit, the phase, that shit game changer. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. Go ahead, Dan.
No, it's all good because, you know, I love the technical talk when the DJs talk about the equipment that I ain't never buy. But I play, you know, I know about the needles, and I didn't know about the digital needles, though. So, you know, I was kind of just tuned in. I had to step outside myself. But
they did some amazing shit recently, Dame. I ain't gonna lie. This stuff has gotten really...
Oh, yeah.
It's gotten crazy. It's the next level
making
cool
it easy
stuff
for
now.
you to DJ, you know, any and everywhere. Where do you DJ at, Swank?
I DJ a little bit of everywhere. I'm in the city of Atlanta right now, so I'm DJing a lot of like I'm in a lot of the schools, a lot of the community events right now. As far as like the club nightlife scene, I'm at Fin and Feather and Esco.
Okay, Esco, that's a strip club.
No,
it's a restaurant, man.
Esco Seafood and
okay.
How many they got now? 3? They got 3 of them.
I believe we had about
South. I know it's South Side. Then there's one
Peter Street. Then we got Marietta. That's the one I'm mainly at.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you like the community events, basically DJing in the daytime as opposed to DJing at night? And what are some of the differences?
I love it. I get to go home, go to sleep early.
Yeah, that would be good.
But the main thing about it is just having a more impact on the youth and for the kids, because now I'm in control of what they're listening to, and I'm here to show them like, hey, I'm not a rapper. Hey, I'm not this. I'm not a ball player, but I've been around your favorite rappers and I've been around your favorite ball players. So I'm just trying to show the kids like you don't have to be, because I say it like this. Every time I go to these schools and I speak, all of the kids say, I want to play in the NBA. I want to play in the NFL. I want to be a rapper. That's like the top 3. Every school I go to. So like for me doing this, I'm just showing the kids like, hey, you can have nice jewelry. You can have nice clothes. You can have nice, you know, whatever, materialistic things. You can live a decent life and make a decent living doing other things in that same industry, but not necessarily being just a rapper.
Right.
But you also said earlier that you aspired to be a songwriter and a producer.
Yes, sir.
And you end up finding another route to get to that place ultimately, because ultimately you still are headed to that path.
Yeah, most definitely.
So it's understandable. It's kind of a frustrating thing the way it's marketed as far as in the black community to either be an entertainer or an athlete. And I feel that in not necessarily just saying in the past, but just the potential in our culture can lend us so many different routes. But it seems to be an easy route to be an athlete and to be an entertainer, but it's actually one of the hardest routes that gets glorified the most.
It is.
Right? So some folks would be like, you would think that it's easy to get in the movies. And, you know, it's going to take some years of getting those, you know what I'm saying, and years of doing tryouts and, you know, performing before you could get your break.
Yeah.
And same thing in music and and as an athlete, you know, only the strong and the elite don't actually make it to the top level.
Yeah.
So it's just something that the kids got to start to realize. I mean, that we have to start to realize as adults to teach our kids to want more than just the typical athlete or entertainer. Because, you know, ain't nobody, even though it don't really seem like a plausible idea, but ain't nobody saying I want to be an astronaut no more. Like, ain't nobody out there like wanting to be a doctor.
Yeah.
You know,
Cause that's not what's cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and it's nobody really around to help give us that inspiration, or like, I'm just keeping it 100. I don't know no astronauts. I don't know no doctors that look like me. You know what I'm saying? So if we can have more of that around us and be like reachable and you know, just more accessible, then that could be a reality for a lot of the kids that's coming up. But what's accessible right now is us seeing people being ball players, rappers, et cetera, et cetera.
And actually now they saying influencer.
Yeah.
They just straight up saying influencer.
Yeah, influence. Now. Yeah, you're right about that one.
So again, it's a two-way street. It's for the doctors and politicians and, you know, plumbers or whoever there are by trade to start coming forward and speaking to the kids.
Yes,
and
sir.
also the people, the administration and the faculty of the schools to start selecting different folks, even though the kids won't probably take it as they won't be as excited, you know,
well,
to see the zookeeper.
I feel like with a lot of kids, they just want to make a lot of money. So if they can actually see somebody that's in these fields and they're making a good living, then that's a way to convince them. Because like I recently started doing career fairs, and what I noticed with me doing career fairs versus police officers and, you know, just like the traditional career fairs, you know, I go to the schools and I tell them, hey, I'm from this neighborhood. I grew up on this street and I'm doing this and I've been around these type of people. And they're just like, how? There's no way. You can't be from here. But my goal is, and my mission is to show them like, hey, I came from here. I got friends that's doing, you know what I'm saying, years. I got friends that's not here. I got friends that's been shot. And I got friends that's been victims of, you know, whatever, you know, our community. So it's like, I'm just trying to show the kids like, hey, you can do it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. And I'm trying to influence everybody else, like my friends, like, hey, the next time I do these career fairs, I need my homie that programs robots to come through. I need my homie that's into cybersecurity to come through. I need my other homie that's into real estate to come through. I need my homegirl that's a nurse to come through. You know what I'm saying? To show these kids like, hey, you know, these are other fields and we're successful in it.
So that is one way and purpose, right? That's the difference out of nighttime DJing and daytime DJing.
Yeah.
But music wise, what are your differences in playlists? I mean, I'm sure that some songs are going to go both on, you know, night and day, but explain to the audience the difference in a daytime playlist versus the nighttime playlist as an open format DJ.
For me, the playlist is very different because during the daytime, you got a little bit of everybody. You got babies, you got toddlers, and you got children, and you got teens, and then you got older folk, whether they 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old. So I tried to play music that caters to everybody to make it fun.
Okay, how do you organize your crates for you do pre-event organization of your crates?
I do.
Or how do you pick out your music?
I do. I mean, I kind of just do some homework. Okay, this is where I'm going. This is the city. This is the school. Let me study the demographic. Let me study the median income. Like, I just try to study different things, but at the same time, we're all people, and I know that the language that we all speak is music. So good music is good music everywhere, no matter where you at. It just depends on how you present it and how you play it.
That's true. How do you have them? How do you have your crates organized? Do you do so? Like, for instance, with me, it's by I have different crates that are specific for different grooves, basically. Mm-hmm. My boy Drummer J used to call them vibes. He does his by vibes. So he was using that term a long time ago for vibe. It became like just a trendy thing to say. Yeah. But I'll have like twerk vibe or twerk set, you know, type of music. Yeah. I have New Orleans music.
That's how you supposed to have it.
Separate joint. Yeah. And then I got like one big ass hip hop club bangers crate. Mm-hmm. It's like 5,000 songs deep, but it's all like the hip hop shit for the past 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. You know, well, probably about 10 years. Then
probably about 20.
It might be about 20. It might be about 20 years. Probably about 20 years.
I feel like, I know for me, it's kind of like more strategic, and it's kind of like really narrowed down to like specifics.
So like how big are how many songs are in your normal size crates? Like I
try to do no more than 1 to 2,000.
Okay.
Like that's like anything over that is a little bit way too much because in reality you only gonna play about 100 to 200 of them songs in a set.
For sure.
If that.
So okay. I love to always see how other DJs do what they do mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got some DJs, they just have all their music and it's like
so I'm like a hybrid between the two. So I've heard the song so many times that I've memorized so many lyrics for songs like just over the years.
Yeah, for sure.
And song breakdowns and so forth. I have a little, I'm on the spectrum as far as that goes, right? Because like I remember there's like, okay, there's a bridge here. There's the chorus is here and all of that for each song without actually like using the cue points to do it, right? Yeah. And so because of that, there are a lot of crates that I have that are just a lot of fucking songs, right? Just all mashed together. And it's just like when other DJs get on my setup, it's just kind of like, like what am I like? Where am I going? What am I doing? But it works for me. It really does, and it keeps my sets kind of fresh. You know what I mean? I never play the same set twice, so it's always like it's a story to be told every time. You know, type of deal. For me, you know, whatever. But I always like to hear what other DJs have that they do to make their shit go.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So that's dope. Okay, so you're more organized than most.
I mean, I ain't gonna say the most, but I try to keep it organized.
Okay. That's still good though.
Okay, and then when you playing music in the daytime, express to the artists why they should have music for both vibes.
Wow.
Or
damn, you just gonna teach them how to DJ too? Dan?
No. He's not teaching me how to
DJ.
No,
not you. I'm talking about the fans, the people.
That's important because they gotta understand, right?
This is for the artists.
I'm saying that's a building block. Oh, okay. The artists.
But this is what I be telling artists. I said,
you're right.
Do you have a clean song? And does it have positivity in it? Because guess what? I'm hitting 3 to 4 or 5 different schools a week. That's like, if you add up the numbers, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's more than that's more people than I would be in a club.
Yep.
So, because if I hit one school on Tuesday, hit another school that Thursday, hit another school that Friday, Saturday, that's easily 1,500
and then
people.
go to the club that Saturday night. He technically played way more music for kids and for teens than he would play for the club.
And guess what? Who's the future? The kids.
Kids. They the future.
Who set the trends? The kids.
Yeah.
Because
but for the most part, sorry to cut you off, but for the most part, the palette of music mostly cater to the small club window.
Yeah, it does.
As opposed to the daytime. In actuality, y'all only DJ at night at the club, 10 o'clock to about 2 o'clock on the average.
Yeah, but you got some DJs that's like they're in there from 5 all the way to 6 in the morning.
I'm just saying on the average because it's a variation, and a lot of times those are not clubs. When I'm talking about club DJing, it's 4 hours.
And I also can say that a lot of DJs are not in the space that I'm in. So with all my DJs, I'm trying to help them see the bigger picture to get into these spaces because there's nothing wrong with the club scene and nothing wrong with the nightlife. You know, that keeps you on point. That keeps your skills good. You meet people from all different cities, all different states. But at the end of the day, when it comes to like finances and when it comes to reach, the daytime, corporate, and the schools, that's why I try to aim my DJs at.
So it's more lucrative daytime DJing versus nighttime DJing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I agree with that 100%.
And what I'm also saying is when you DJ in the daytime, right? Mm-hmm. It's a higher chance that you're going to be DJing longer than 4 hours.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Honestly, you DJ less time usually.
Most of the time, it's like
same amount of money or more. Actually, usually more money and less time. Less time. So like $200 an hour is kind of normal if you go outside daytime stuff. And
you're not because you gotta understand club. You gotta be the host and you gotta be the DJ. Yeah. Hey, turn them out. You gotta do all of that.
They overwork you in the club for what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to get paid as a DJ. They overwork and overextend here in Atlanta. I can say that at the clubs. Yeah. So like I remember like strip club DJing. That's why I don't do it anymore.
Oh man,
they'll have you in there from 12 o'clock in the middle of the day until 3-4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes till 6 in the morning, and they'll let you do that whole shift straight through, and then they'll make you collect your check as you go along from the girls. If they decide they don't want to pay or they didn't make enough money, that's literally part of your check, and they don't enforce it.
No, they don't.
So it's like, if you don't get your money, you can't tell anybody, hey, somebody didn't pay me.
That is what it is.
They can't enforce it. The girls could just be like, no, I'm not going to pay. And legally, the club owner can't fire them, fine them, or anything else in between. The only get back you got as a strip club DJ is you can not show love on their set, which a lot of girls don't give a fuck about anymore. Girls ain't really hitting the stage like that. It's only a couple stage girls that really go and get it for real, like do all the pole tricks, do all the everything. And because they're known for that, they get their money, right? But the other girls, all they want to do is twerk on a little something in the corner and quietly get their bread. That's all they want to do anyway. So they don't care what you play. They ain't even really trying to hit the stage at all.
They ain't trying to be seen.
Right. So you have no recourse. So a DJ could DJ from 12 in the afternoon till 3 in the morning and make $300, $400. Now let's say the great strip clubs, like let's say it was Magic, for instance. And I'm gonna have to ask a couple of my homies to really get the numbers. But $1,000 days don't come around that often for them. You know what I'm saying? But you could make that same $1,000 guaranteed before you even start DJing for a daytime gig and do 3 hours.
Yeah, but you have to be in that space and you have to have the right relationships. But that goes back to the conversation. I know, like, for me, it's a difference between clubs and restaurants. Like, I have residencies at restaurants, so it's like it's not a club. It's not a turn up. It's a vibe, but the main focus is food and drinks and
convo.
Yeah, and the conversation. That's the main focus. Like, we got the DJ in there. He's turning up. He's creating a vibe, but it's not club. So, yeah.
So, what would you feel? I guess this question is for both of y'all. What would you feel is your strength, and what would you feel that you still need to work more? Which vibe? The restaurant vibe, the daytime community vibe, or the club vibe? Which is the strength for you?
For me, I feel like I'm strong in all of those, and I feel like I could be better in all of those.
Okay, but if you had to say which one was basically that somebody else would say, like, yeah, you would say that you're strong in all of those. But if someone that was critical of you, where would they be critical at?
They would say that I'm equally strong in all of those, because every gig, no matter who it's for, no matter how many people it is, I'm giving them my all. And that's just how I always been.
Here's a better question. I'm gonna phrase it a little bit better, right? For this situation. So DJs, we're critical of each other heavy, right? So DJ comes and hears you in each spot.
Yeah.
Which would, from a DJ to DJ perspective, which gig do you think he's gonna think you killed it versus the others?
I think he's gonna say I killed all of them.
Okay, that's good.
And I only say that because it's levels. When you know, then you know, like, okay, this is not a turn up, but everybody's happy.
Right.
Everybody's having a great time. As you can see, if you go on my page, I just did an event at an apartment complex. Like, everybody had a great time. You don't go there expecting it to look like the club.
Right.
But you go there and you see everybody's having a great time. Everybody's conversating. Everybody's happy. And that's what matters. So that equals up to having a turn night at the club.
I feel that.
Okay. I had a question that is kind of leaving me. I would just say, out of all three spots, okay, so you feel that all three is something that you shine with. What, and you also spoke on there's things that you could work on.
Yeah.
So, not saying any spot, but what can you work on as a DJ?
What I could work on as a DJ, spending more time on the craft, spending more time on learning new music, and I feel like spending more time on marketing and advertisement. Okay, what would be something that you feel DJs as a whole, outside of yourself, should work on? I feel like when I went to school, I was a business marketing minor. I feel like a lot of DJs need to learn how to market themselves. I feel like a lot of my success has came from me learning how to market, not just myself, but people around me, people on my team. And I feel like marketing is how you you gain looks, you gain likes, you gain followers, you gain more money when you market yourself.
Okay, so a lot of folks, what would you say to the person that says, "Hey, man, I just want to spin records. I don't want to be a a marketing major."
You ain't gonna last that long.
Simple as that.
I think personally that the DJs need to work on their craft more than anything.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that they don't need to work on their marketing and they should, because they do. But there's a lot of good marketers that shouldn't be called DJs.
But it's a lot of great DJs that don't have the market.
But that's fixable. Well, both are fixable.
Not fixable.
You don't think it's fixable?
Because when you're stuck in that world, like, I'm okay with this. I'm comfortable with this. This is the reason why. And I put it like this. This is the people like, oh, why'd you go to Atlanta? Because in the market that I was in, it was like, it was time.
Yeah.
It was no more.
It was no more to gain.
Yeah, like,
you get that little glass ceiling. It's like, ooh.
But you got some DJs that are like, this is it. This is cool for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's their path. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Because you can make a great living. But I know for me, it was like, nah, I wanna take it up a notch.
Yeah, I feel that.
I want to take it up a notch. So
outside of DJing, I can relate to that. Just hitting the glass ceiling, and just feeling that your market and your marketing strategies needed a city like Atlanta to not only test but also learn more from.
Oh yeah, the city of Atlanta showed me how strong I was mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Like I started my career in the state of Alabama. My career went to the next level when I moved back home to Virginia, but me moving to Atlanta and locking in and doing everything that I did definitely took my career to a whole nother level at a faster pace.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what was the first struggle that you had moving to Atlanta as a DJ?
Ooh. The first struggle I would say was I had to learn Atlanta culture, man. Like, I went to school with a lot of people from Atlanta, but I didn't know Atlanta culture like I know it now. So when I came here and I had I was with a label and everything like that, I thought I knew everything, and I learned very fast that I didn't know. Okay,
before we finish that, let's talk about some of the things that you learned about Atlanta culture that you thought you knew, but then when you moved to Atlanta, you was taught new.
Yeah. I learned that Atlanta is the country. It's still country. It's still true to itself. Like, we in Georgia, so it's like, Atlanta is like this new music hub, mecca, fashion industry, music and movies and all of that. But at the root of it all, Atlanta is very country. So I had to learn, like, okay, I got to learn the Shawty Low music. I got to learn the T.I., the Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I had to really learn Atlanta music, like the Rich Kid, all that. I didn't know that when I first came out here.
I'm still learning that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I first came out here, I thought it was just, I got to play the mainstream. But nah, like, the real Atlanta, they want to hear that.
Yeah, they want to hear the Jug Mans, the Young Ralphs,
Scooters,
they want to hear
all
the
that.
Scooters, the Rich Kids, like he said. Those are all classic.
You said the same
Atlanta
person
songs.
3 different times. No, I'm just playing.
Well, no, yeah, Young Ralph and Jug Man, the same person.
It's a joke,
but some people just don't know. The old Atlanta know him as Young Ralph.
No, man.
The new Atlanta know him as Jug Man. So I gotta say both.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say both.
And then I had to, like, respect the culture. Like, you feel me? Like, everybody. Okay, Atlanta it's just like LA. Like, you got the lights, Hollywood, and then you got LA. Same thing with Atlanta. You got Atlanta, and then you got the Black Hollywood aspect of it.
Okay, right. I see that.
So the culture, as far as country, knowing the music a little more, is there anything else that you had to learn of Atlanta that you didn't know? Like I would say, like, women wise.
What do you mean by women wise?
Well, first things first. Are you single, married? Let the people know.
I'm single now.
Okay, single now. All right.
Did
you date somebody here in Atlanta?
I'm not talking about in relationships. I'm saying as a DJ, DJing in, let's say, in Tallahassee and DJing here, you have to play certain songs to cater to certain folks, right?
Right.
But mostly in Atlanta is mostly women, more so than other places.
Yeah.
Like you'll go places in Atlanta.
I have an answer for that, but if I say that, I'll get a lot of backlash. So.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
because DJs know.
Yeah.
You know what you need to play and why you have to play it, and like I ain't gonna speak on it.
Certain songs, it's a difference when you get to Atlanta and certain places, especially corporate, all kind of different situations that you're gonna be in a place where it's down to like a baby shower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it won't be like that in every Tallahassee like DJing situation. But Tallahassee is a bad example, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. But what I can say is, we got a lot of great artists from here, especially in the R&B field. So R&B is real heavy here.
Yeah.
That's a good. All right.
Do you take requests? And how do you
I love taking requests. And I have this app. So I usually put out this this paper or whatever. You can scan it and it comes right to my phone.
Lit.
Mm-hmm.
Which app? Do you mind shouting them out? Or is it personal?
It's personal. If you need it, DJs, DM me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like, yeah. But basically, they scan it, QR code, they look at the song, it comes straight to my phone or to my laptop.
Right.
Easy.
And with the payment already situated. It's a couple of them that I'm a part of, I believe 2 of them. And then there's a couple other ones that are out there that I don't know if I've even looked at. But I don't disagree with it. I almost really want to just do some more direct shit. Like, hey, send.
It just depends.
Yeah, it just depends. I kind of want to just make it. I might just make it as a part of my website or something where I write out the instructions of what I want. Yeah. Like, hey, send a screenshot of your song from YouTube or from Apple.
Yeah, it just depends on the situation, man. Like, if I'm at a wedding, I'm taking requests all day. Birthday party, I'm taking requests all day.
Oh, are you charging at the wedding for requests?
Nah, because you already get paid to be there. You basically
what about the birthday party?
Nah, you paid to be a jukebox.
Okay, what about the club?
The club just depends. So so then when I say I'm open format, because I perform at different different clubs with different demographics. So if I perform at a club where I'm the main attraction, like in the perception of a rapper or like an artist that come to a club, then in those type of situations, I'm not taking no request.
Okay.
Because whatever I play is whatever I'm gonna play, and you know what I'm saying? The crowd is either going to rock with it or not.
So paid or not, you're just not taking requests.
But if I'm at like a restaurant or like a club.
No. In that situation where you was just like,
no request. No request.
No request regardless.
No request.
Okay, cool.
No request.
Cool. I've seen DJs do a bunch of different ways. I'm not
because they have to respect the craft. I'm here. I'm performing. I'm headlining DJ. I don't have time to figure out some money and your song. I ain't got time. I'd rather just not deal with it.
What time as DJs, what time would y'all say is safe to say between this time and this time, don't ask for the request?
It just depends on the situation. Like I said, if I'm at the restaurant, I'll take a request. I'm open. But like I said, in them situations where it's like Swank Sanchez coming, performing live, that's different versus, all right, come to Throwback Thursday, sounds by Swank Sanchez. But if you come to a spot where it says Swank Sanchez is performing live, I'm not taking no request. You get what I'm saying?
That's just like you going up to Diplo or Daft Punk and trying to request something at a festival.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just that's one of them situations where there are no requests, even though people will want them.
Yeah, of course.
There are no requests. And like you know, like if you go to a Jay-Z concert, you're not saying, hey, Jay-Z, can you play Lucifer from off of the album?
Yeah.
He's like, now he got to have that conversation with you and be like, nah, I'm going to do my set that I got planned. That ain't happening, right?
And it just depends because I've been at shows, big shows, where we're in a whole arena. We ain't taking no requests.
Right.
But then we might be at the club and we may take a request. It just depends on the situation.
You're not really as accessible when you're in the arena on tour, I would say. But
you got people it's hundreds of people backstage.
They'll try. They'll try.
Give you a request easily.
I used to like the club in Tallahassee, Chubby's. I forgot what they called it afterwards, but where they turned into Coliseum. There was like 30 names for that motherfucker. But
I gotta come down now.
Down there at Chubby's, I used to love that club because the DJ booth was on the second floor. And the only way to get up to that floor, you had to go past security to get up there. So it was like when I used to go see DJ Journey, Journey had to tell the security guard to let me up so that way I could chill upstairs or whatever in that section, but nobody else was up there.
Right.
So we didn't get requests at all, like at all that whole night. If it was somebody that got a request, it's got to be somebody that know him personally, or or the owner.
Yeah,
it'd have to be the owner.
Or you, I mean, opera is kind of like, not opera. I forgot just that fast. Damn, I'm just gonna say opera, just because there's a lot of Atlanta clubs that have the DJ not accessible as I've seen in Florida.
Like what?
Shoot,
give me a good one. Gold Room's one.
Central Station. There's a lot of clubs where you can't even get to the DJ. What else?
Central Station? You think so?
Yeah,
you can't get to the DJ.
I mean, you up there, but you're not out of walking reach.
No, it's a whole lot of stairs you gotta go up, and by that time, somebody gonna stop.
And,
somebody gonna stop you. Okay. You're right.
Blue, whatever. I can't. I'm my mind blank today. The strip club, Blue Flame. It's hard to get to the DJ.
What? No.
And,
No. That's not true. I don't agree with that one.
In the compound,
because I used to talk to the Swamp all the time. Swamp had everybody come to DJ Blue, bro.
They got Swamp in the cave.
It's some new stuff.
From when I was there, it's.
You talking about like 5 years ago? Hell no. Swamp is in a plexiglass joint, but he not blocked off by a long shot. You could easily just walk into DJ
He's
Blue.
higher, and you can't really get to him. You have to go upstairs. You got to go up the little booth thing to talk to him.
But see, Swank's talking
KOD,
about like levels of stairs.
You can't get to the DJ in KOD.
That's okay. That's a
good
one.
It's a few spots.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a handful, actually. I just can't think of one.
Yeah. You're right about that. Okay. I know strip club wise, Allure, for instance. I know that one you kind of ducked off in a booth. Yeah. You got to come up through VIP to get to it.
Because I ain't gonna lie, when I go to a club,
all that.
I'm looking around. Yeah. I'm like, how the fuck I get to the DJ? I mean, as a promoter, as a regular promoter, that's usually my thing. Where I have to figure it out. Like when I come to when I came to Atlanta, I was like, oh shit. They make this shit kind of hard, boy. You got to go to a secret room, or you got to find other ways.
You know what? As a DJ, I don't be thinking like that.
But in Tallahassee, it was I could get to your ass. You know what I'm saying? The Moon and the Coliseum was the only clubs that even had sort of a way that you had to kind of go through an extra person or a checkpoint type of situation. But it was interesting that you said no matter what time could be a time, because I would say between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock you could pretty much hang up requests. What about you, sir?
I'm not hanging up requests. Yeah,
I still take them
because as a DJ,
like you said, it depends on the situation.
You have to be open. You know, they may know something that just came out. As a DJ, and you busy, when you booked and busy, you don't have time to be listening to all the music every Friday.
Yeah,
you don't have time.
It's too much music now, though. That's the reason.
Or I might be at a spot where a whole bunch of Indians come in there.
Yeah,
I don't know all the newest Bollywood and everything like that. So if they telling me some songs, okay, boom, it's popping. I'm gonna add it to the playlist.
Yep.
Okay.
Now with Tidal, I've tried to get a little ahead of the game on some of that because I know, with Atlanta, there's a certain demographic that's here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have your African vibes, and they got, really, it's way more African music than that. Please, people, don't chop my head off for what I'm saying. So you have your Amapiano is real big right now.
Yeah.
And your Afro beats is real big right now. Yeah. So those are the two categories I focus on. So I have the Tidal playlist that keeps updating of all the new Afro beats and Amapiano stuff that comes out, right?
Yeah.
The top joints. And I just keep collecting it like that. And then I do the same thing with my Latin. I don't do Bollywood because I don't run into it enough personally. But that's something I would do though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's how I've been keeping up with it. But I'm still not listening to all of that freaking music.
Yeah.
It's way too much. Like 10, 20 years ago, you could really cover everything. Yeah. Everything in hip hop, you could hear everything that came out that week before the week was up.
Because stream wasn't out.
Yep. And people weren't creating as much music as, either. That was another thing. People weren't creating as much music. So I can understand, that being a thing. But now, it's almost impossible.
Man, that's what
it really is impossible. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is kind of impossible.
It is impossible.
Artists, if y'all not promoting, y'all not getting nothing.
Now, if you just stuck on one genre, maybe. But if you're like really trying to be, because even with me, I have to listen to all the electronic music. I have to listen, I be trying to tap into different genres.
Yeah.
Country and everything. Like I just be trying to be on point.
TikTok helped me with that one. With the different little genres and so forth. I always catch something I love from some far out genre, weird genre,
Yeah.
and it just take me down a rabbit hole of I like this.
You
shit.
start listening to more
Yeah,
stuff. You're
listen
like,
to
hold
more
on.
stuff, and then I catch myself. I'll test the record out every now and then. I'll just throw it in there.
Yeah,
It might be
'cause you
early in
never
the night,
know.
and but you never know. And people, every time I do it, somebody be like, you know, so and so and so forth, and I just love that feeling as a DJ. Just for like people to be like, that's my DJ, because goddamn, he knows stuff that I like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
you're not playing the typical.
Yeah, you're not playing the typical, so it kind of works out.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of typical, they say typically DJs that DJ in clubs are whores. How do you feel about that?
I'm a whore.
I can
I'll be one.
I can agree.
I'll be that.
Do you feel that you have
necessarily
access to more women because you DJ?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like now that I'm more disciplined and more mature, it's under control. But I can admit, as a youngin, especially when I was in college DJing, yeah, you had a lot because you was that guy.
Awesome.
It's one thing. It's one thing to be the promoter, but you was the DJ, young. You in every function, everybody with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you the vibe. Yeah. If you're not disciplined and you're not mature enough, yeah, you can definitely be labeled that for sure.
Okay, so but when you was in a relationship, what are some of the things that you struggled with being a DJ and being in a relationship?
I feel like trying to find a balance between home life and nightlife. That was my main, because at that time when I was in a relationship, I wasn't into the corporate space that I'm in now. You feel me?
So now you make enough money with Shut Up.
I would say that
Nah, shut up, money.
Nah. I want to say that. I say that
I said it.
I say that I'm making so much of an impact now and making more money now that it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
You good.
Look, Swank, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's always been rough, bro. It's been rough.
Of course, but because when you
I got
sit
way
down
more
and
of
think
a
about,
balance now, like you said. But
when you think about it, you know what I'm saying. You that guy in that space, especially if you nice, you turning up, because you gotta understand how powerful music is. Music can make you mad, it can make you sad, it can make you whatever. So it's like, if you in a position of power and you controlling masses of people, I'm pretty sure a good percentage in that mass of, that population.
Women love power.
Yeah, they're like, hold on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And then the girls, they be feeling themselves, especially they get a couple drinks in their system. They think they that chick. So when they think they that chick, they going for that dude. You feel me? And that's the way it kind of goes.
Well, I feel like some of it may come from an age difference. So, what age bracket are you in?
I'm in my mid-20s.
Okay, so it's relatively still up for you as far as.
But I would say
being
that
in this life.
Yeah, I would say, but like mentally, I'm in my mid-30s because I've been doing this since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
When
you are a DJ and you are in your upper 30s, right?
This is a me question, because I'm in my upper 30s.
However the situation is, I'm just making a statement to say, at some point it's going to get harder for you to be out all night, and your woman is at home in the bed, sleeping by herself.
Of course.
I don't know about that one.
It depends, because what's the difference between that and working overnight? It's the same thing.
I don't know about that one.
That's a struggle with relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so
when you're in a relationship and you're like, I'm talking about a serious relationship.
Nighttime was never the problem for me.
One of the things that I've experienced that a woman wants me around the most is when it's after hours.
See, but after hours is okay. In your opinion, after hours, and in girls we date opinion, after hours is two different things. So after hours for us, they want to know where we're at between 3 and 6.
Not even 3 and 6, 12 to 6.
12.
Why 12? Because so why I say that is the club don't get out till 2 or 3.
But see, you thinking just Atlanta. I'm thinking about just in the general. Most of the people in Atlanta are not from here, so it's like typically really 10 to 6.
Right. Okay. It's after hours. That's where he's speaking from.
Yeah, like really 10 to 6.
Most of the girls who date me, period. The girls that have dated me, we have a conversation during the early starts of it is, hey, this is my schedule.
Yeah.
A lot of times they tag alongs for the first week or two to a month. You know, it'd be exciting for the girls the first couple months or whatever. Then they get tired of the girls coming to the DJ booth and they don't want to come no more. So, but I don't know if you've done that. I bring my home to work sometimes. You feel me? So, I've experienced that part. But when they kind of like it for a while, and then they don't want to come to the club as much, then it's just they know you're at the club, so it's not a big deal until 4:30 rolls around. If you're not home 4:30, then it's a problem.
I mean, by then, what trim did you go and get?
It depends on the girl.
Some girls, it just depends on the girl. It just depends on the situation.
I'm talking about in your 30s, bro. Women in their 30s aren't. If they're at home, they're not up at 3-4 in the morning.
Depends on what they do.
What you mean?
If they work
they have
overnight,
a job.
Okay, they might work at night. They might be a nurse, for instance.
I'm saying majority of women, when you're in a relationship and you're in the entertainment industry, the one of the biggest concerns.
And DJs date strippers a lot too. By the way,
stripper is a person.
I'm just saying.
Life.
Am I not lying though? Do a lot of DJs date strippers historically? No, I'm saying historically. Not just everybody, but historically.
I know me personally, that was never my thing.
I've dated strippers.
I'm saying, bro, that's a part of the life. That means that you're finding somebody. Your remedy for the situation is you're finding somebody in the life.
Yeah,
but when you're dating someone that's outside of the entertainment industry completely, and you stay out and you have to DJ every weekend at night, that's going to become an issue because your woman does not enjoy. What I'm saying is the majority of women do not enjoy going to bed by themselves.
I can agree with that.
Might as well not be in a relationship, and that's the quickest way that they start to cheat. Whether you're in the military,
I can say that that's immature women.
A doctor working overnight,
I can say that's immature women though too.
I mean,
because at a certain point,
I don't think it's an immaturity. I think that it's a necessity of.
Here's why I say that.
Of female.
Here's why I say that. Who would you consider to be the most powerful wife in the country at any given point in time? The president's wife, I would assume. Yes or no?
I wouldn't.
Do you think, in your wildest dreams, do you think that Michelle Obama was sleeping next to Barack Obama?
Wife was the most powerful wife.
Okay. Do you think El Chapo was sleeping next to his wife every night?
Yes.
Nah, dang.
Yes.
No. Maybe in the late stages, possibly, maybe.
No.
But I doubt it.
The boss is at home with his wife at night.
Nah. Not
because
always.
I say
that
because
a lot of work at night.
A boss with a successful business is always there. He shows up every day.
We're talking about selling drugs. It
doesn't matter what you're doing. He's showing up every day.
He might be trapping, doing most of his business at night.
The boss is not doing it though.
He's not doing it.
He has to oversee.
Yeah. He still got to move around.
They're not up at night, bro.
To make sure that your business is successful.
Home at night, bro.
He probably waking up 4:00 every morning.
I'm gonna say this from experience. I have high experience with dealing with drug dealers. Right. For one, drugs are not sold at night.
Okay.
For the most part, right?
Okay.
You don't really sell the drugs are sold at night. Cocaine is sold at night by small dealers.
Okay.
People who sell on a higher level, they don't deal after 7 o'clock. They're home with their families, protecting their money. Because that's when you get licked at night. Right?
I could give you that.
The only time weed is a daytime drug, the nighttime drugs are cocaine, and I guess you could say crack, maybe heroin, dog food. But when they are being sold, they're being sold by the lower level, the lowest of the tiers.
You said those are nighttime drugs?
Yes.
No, sir.
Those are anytime drugs.
Because guess what? Them people be lined up at 5:00 in the morning.
I understand that, but I'm saying
I'll give you the
dealers,
the drug dealers,
the time for
the upper level. So he's saying El Chapo probably was sleeping next to his wife. I just know that El Chapo traveled a lot. So the odds of him actually bringing his wife with him everywhere he traveled, they didn't do that.
I'm saying when you're in a higher rank, that's the whole thing of the reason that you're in that higher rank, because you have other people doing other stuff and you're at home.
I hear what you're saying. It's just like a basketball player, football player, any other rich motherfucker. Just name them. Most of them don't have a lot. That's one of the main things that most of those kids complain about. They didn't have time with their dad. right?
Yeah, most bosses,
because their dad was always busy working,
most
running somewhere, doing something.
They in the field.
You're right. I'm not arguing what y'all saying.
What I'm saying
at night, most bosses are at home with their families. Besides people that are in the entertainment industry, and for the most part, maybe doctors. Nurses actually, because the doctors are home.
No, you can't say that because you got military. Military people don't.
I mean,
police officers, they be out all night.
That's true too.
That's a separate like. That's a service. That's a
service.
Doctors,
that's
nurses.
That's city officials. I'm saying
doctors, nurses, garbage.
The
people,
doctors are at
everybody
home,
in between. Doctors be on call 24/7. They don't be
Right,
at home.
but they're at home.
They have even worse of a problem than what
nurses
DJs
are
have.
up at night. Everything in every industry, bro. The higher tier people, because it's a big deal. If you go out in most
heart
neighborhoods,
surgeons are called at random times to come to work. Bro.
No, they are called, but for the most part, they're at home. If you go out in any neighborhood that has upper echelon, for the most part, after 7 or 8 o'clock, everybody off the streets.
If they're in the city.
No.
Put it like this.
Just
Do
period.
you get what I'm saying, bro? If you're a boss, even if you got your high boss of the boss of whatever, if you're too high or if you're up
You
in
at
that
home
level,
with your wife, my
hold
brother.
on, wait. You have multiple cities that you're doing business in. You're not home in your city a lot of the year. You're traveling. Now, if you're on vacation, you're taking your wife and children with you. But a lot of real businessmen and upper level businessmen are jet setters. They on a plane every 5 minutes, even the preachers. So what I'm telling you is the more money that your man makes as a woman, she got to accept the fact that she's going to spend less time with you regardless. So I don't think that every woman is built for that type of lifestyle, number one. Some women are able to have somebody who work at night. Some women are able to actually deal with somebody who's a celebrity. Some women can't. If you don't have the wherewithal to talk about this type of shit before you get in a relationship with somebody, that's your fault. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna just agree to disagree. But again,
you vet women that you date, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As a DJ, we know we work at night. I'm not about to deal with nobody who doesn't understand and is okay with me not being there at night, but being there for them for the day most of the time when other niggas can't be.
But they're at work.
Exactly. So who has more of a chance of the weird stuff that you're talking about? The girl got to sleep at some point. Being honest, she got to go to sleep at some point. If we're working at night and up for most of the day or home for most of the day.
That's why you date mostly strippers. Listen.
Not mostly, but I've dated strippers. It's definitely not mostly.
I'm not saying mostly, but.
I mean, you said mostly.
More strippers than.
No.
Than the average
Definitely
man.
not. I dated mostly college educated black women until
I'm saying
I moved to Atlanta.
Probably than the average man. You've probably been
with more strippers than the average man. I can say that.
That's what I'm saying.
I could agree with that.
Based off of your nightlife. Again,
I agree with
how
that.
we got in this conversation is you said it was immature for a woman to require her man come home at night and be in the bed with her at night.
Don't misscrew my words. It's an immaturity for a woman to get with a man of influence and power and expect them to have the same amount of time as an average Joe.
And I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about
that's time.
In the society that we're in, if you're in a relationship, I'm talking about in your 30s, one of the big deal breakers with women is a man who is not there when she goes to sleep and when she wakes up.
Okay.
So if you allow that to be something that you have issues with based off of your job, based off of your habits, you gamble at night, whatever it is, you leave an area in your relationship to be rocky. You leave a area for Jody to come in and snatch your woman.
Okay.
And it's not.
Are you trying to say that the risk is more or less? Are you trying to say the risk is more because of us working during certain parts of those hours?
I'm saying that if you work at night, bro, in your 30s.
Okay, but define work. Okay, Sanchez knows what I'm talking about because he's a DJ, right? We're DJing from 10 till 3 at any random club, unless you're doing after hours or whatever. 10 till 3. That's a 4/5. Hold on. That's a 4 to 5 hour difference. If you're talking about the average Joe type of woman, she's in bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock any damn way. I'm in bed with her until I go to work, if that's the case. You see what I'm saying? So I'm getting up at 10 o'clock to go to work for those 3 to 4 hours, and then come back home. If she's going to choose those 4 hours out of 24 hours in a day to cheat, she was going to do that whether or not I was asleep at home or not.
No, that's facts.
She was going to do it when I'm at work. If I was at work in the daytime, shoot, I mean, I know how he operate too, man. He's a bill payer just like me. You feel me? We take care of our families. So I'm paying the bills. Damn, you can't be faithful to me for 4 hours? Shit, I don't need to be with you.
I'm saying
that's immaturity. I don't care how you slice it, bro. They can make up excuses for it all day. If all your bills are getting taken care of by a man, because I'm not doing this job and working those odd hours to not make money. So I'm an upper echelon earner. So if you're gonna be immature enough to not be faithful for 4 to 5 hours in a 24-hour period, then I don't need to be with you, and you don't deserve nobody.
Do you have to, as a DJ, work at night after hours to be an upper echelon earner?
Yeah, because everybody's not able to be in the space. Like I said, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, and I'm grateful because I was taught and I was led into these different spaces. But back to that conversation is like, as a man, you got to think about with animals. As a man, your job is to go hunt. So as in human form, hunting is making money. So as a man, it don't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 10 in the morning. Our job is to go make money and come back home to the family. So if that requires you to be, like he said, gone for 3 to 5 hours out the night, then that's just what it is.
We work less hours than most workers, right? If that makes sense. So
our time
availability
that you're working makes it a stress on.
Why do you?
No stress.
Okay. Who
no
has
stress.
told you this?
What
woman told you this?
It's no stress because most women are single. Most women are single mothers, so it's no stress. If they can't understand that part, then that means we don't need to be together.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying from married women on the usual are not getting into the relationship where their man is out.
I can
every
agree.
weekend.
I can agree. I've only had 2 relationships in the past 10 years, so I can agree.
I disagree.
The men that I know that are married,
Mm-hmm.
whether they sell drugs, whether they're doctors, whether they do real estate, whether they're policemen, 80% of the time they home by 9 o'clock at night.
So what about the men that work overnight?
I'm saying, so who are the men telling you it's a problem?
How about the men that work overnight?
I would have a problem with it too. If you work in the daytime and then you're not home with your family at night, then it's going to be a problem. That's not true
because I know police officers that work overnight. I know firefighters that work overnight.
No, Swank, I was saying from his point, he was saying that the guys that he was talking about, the 80% of them or whatever are home at night with their women.
Hell.
Well, they're working in the daytime, so if they're working all day, you need to be home at night with your woman.
Exactly.
That's where it will become a problem. I could see the problem in that.
I know guys in the military that be gone 9 months to 12 months.
They have a lot of problems though, Swank. That's what he's saying.
And
he's saying it because a lot of military families do have a lot of problems.
Policemen that are going at night have problems.
I feel like it's equal.
DJs have problems.
Everybody's gonna have problems.
People that are in the music industry have problems.
Okay, so comparison though. You got to understand, police officer, how many nights a week do they work?
I don't know.
5?
Sometimes they work
most
7.
5 or 7. You see what I'm saying? They're at work a lot. DJs, honestly, we could do in a weekend. No, we could do in 2 nights almost what a police officer does in a whole week. So we don't have the same issue on average. On average, bro. If you're getting paid, even if you're getting paid $200 in a night, this is what nowadays is more money because
I disagree
inflation.
With that
I'm saying more money is inflation.
The average DJ don't make more money than in 2 days than the average police officer makes in a week.
I don't know about that.
And I mean, I'm this 2 DJs talking to you, brother. I mean, I'm being honest with you. That it just depends.
Y'all are 2 above average DJs. I would just say that.
I can agree.
But y'all ride out. I'm saying
okay
that.
On that.
I can agree.
Okay on that.
I can agree.
I mean, that's fact.
I mean, I feel that. I feel that. But I can see. Well, I'm just by the numbers. If you just do hourly and then how many hours I guess you work as a DJ, There's a lot of subpar DJs that make really, really good money. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's when we was talking about earlier about, what do DJs need to do better. That's why I was talking about skill set versus marketing, which is another huge part. You know what I'm saying? But personally, I feel like there's a lot of DJs making a lot of money that shouldn't be making that much money. Being honest with you,
but
bro.
It's about relationships.
They gotta grow their craft, man.
It's about relationship. Who you know.
And I let the question get away from me, but just to wrap up, the point that I was making from the question is, I can see why DJs struggle to be in relationships. Because if you DJ at night and you're not at home, that's going to cause a problem.
I mean, I would say anybody in the entertainment or the nightlife. I mean, it could be the same thing for promoters. It could be the same thing for club owners. It could be the same thing for artists. It could be the same thing for waitresses, bottle girls. It could be the same thing for all of them. Yeah, not just DJs.
Right, all the people
every nighttime worker
in the industry, but the owner of the lounge, for instance, right? Mm-hmm. He is not necessarily required to be there.
Most of the time, they're there.
They're there or up.
They're not there the whole time.
No, they're not there the whole time. But again, we're talking about a matter of hours, though. We're talking about 2 hours, 3 hours. Like, okay, maybe they're not there at 10 or 11 when their wife first goes to sleep, but then they have to be there from like 2 till 4:30 because they have to wait till the club's over and count up money and pay everybody. Okay. So which hours are worse? You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, that is not a lot of time for somebody to want to cheat. So if they really wanted to cheat, they was gonna do it anyway.
It ain't necessarily just cheating. I just know that you're gonna expect problems in a relationship.
I can see that. I mean, if let's do this. I'm gonna name a couple of things that I've done as a DJ to make the person I'm dating feel better about life. So I've gone as far as making sure that any time that she's called or texted me when I was out, period, DJing, without her asking me to, I'm responding back. I'm answering the phone. Even if it's the club and it's loud, I'm answering the phone. Hey, you good? Okay, cool. Most of the time it's, oh, okay. Oh, it sounds lit in there. And then they hang up. They don't really care that much. They can't really talk to me. They just want to know they can reach me. And that's a thing that I can understand why that's an issue for some people. They're unreachable and they're out. They girl up all night wondering where they are, what they're doing, how they're doing it, who in the booth. In the new age, bro, all my chicks used to stalk me online. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm at the club. They done went on everybody's Instagram that they know of that was at the club just to see different angles of me that I'm not showing. So that way they can see who's in the DJ booth, who's talking to me, whatever. I done caught all kind of stuff like that. And that could be a issue, I guess, but it's usually easily squashed. That's not really a big deal. Weekends. Now, weekends, that's something that has been more of an issue than night times. Just the general weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, I can't go out of town.
But here,
because of that. Now that becomes an issue.
And when you guys work, is usually when most folks are
off work. Mm-hmm.
So you're working on the weekend, daytime or nighttime. Your girl's off. Mm-hmm. The average Joe with a 9 to 5, he's off.
Yeah, with his girl.
At night, your girl's off work. You got to go in on Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, whatever that is. That's where the complications come, because the environment and what is asked of you as a DJ is to work when people are off. You are to entertain when people are, the masses of society are off work. Mm-hmm. So because of that, that's going to take away from when your girl wants to go on vacations.
Yep.
Always going to be usually on a Saturday.
Yep.
And because she's with you,
yep,
she now has to take off on a Wednesday, take off on a Monday and a Tuesday, a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday type of thing to cater to your relationship.
That works a lot. That's an issue in dichotomous relationships. I'm not gonna lie. If I tell you take off work. Why wouldn't she? She don't pay no bills, Dame. I can't speak for everybody, but most of the DJs that I know that make money, bro, they pay for they shit. If you good at what you do, you pay for your shit. So, shawty, hey, look, I can't go out of town on the weekend. We don't do weekends. We don't do holidays. We go out on other times. First of all, you save money. You know what I'm saying? It'd be less crowded because you're not going during a major holiday. Everything's really much better travel-wise and all that shit because of it. And you gotta find a woman that understands it.
And if she don't, it doesn't
you
mean
don't need to be with
mature.
Her. No, it can be. Because if you want to be with that man, then you make it work. That's what I'm saying. If you have this conversation at the beginning and y'all date before you get serious, the way shit's supposed to be, why in the fuck are you gonna have a problem down the line?
That's what they do.
But that's what I'm saying. So what do you call that?
We know that's what
so that's not called immaturity, because mature woman would understand what I'm saying. If my man pay all the bills and then I'm gonna sit down and shut the fuck up? That's what most mature women say.
Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
So you're saying, I'm not gonna say that.
So I'm saying what? I'm saying what? They not gonna You're
saying that it's immature if your man is paying your bills and you still complain.
Yeah. Very. Now here's my thing though. See, where online spaces get into an argument about that is when you talk about men being able to cheat or not. That's where they really butt heads on it. Most women are asking for the same things. They want a man that provides, protects, and spends time with them. Right? That's what they're asking for. So if you're doing all of those things and you're not cheating as a man and they still complain, that's immaturity. No matter which way you slice it, and any mature woman would agree.
All right. I mean, it would have to be a woman.
Unless you're just saying that all women are immature.
It sounds like that what you were saying. But
no, I didn't say that.
I ain't doing that.
Did I not say that? I said a mature woman would agree.
You got it. I'm gonna stick the mature women on you or the immature women on you.
That's fine. I'm gonna call them immature and send them on their way. Like, what you mean? You immature. And then I'm gonna call the mature women that I know, and they will hop on the line. Bro, La Bonita, for instance, would agree with me, and she's very opinionated. Period. Point blank. But she agrees. If you handling your business as a man, why is she complaining?
I'm interested in bringing that back up when we have multiple women on the podcast.
We'll do that.
I'm interested in that. Other than DJing in person at these events and community, do you stream while you DJ?
Do I stream? No, I don't. I need to though.
So that's something that you feel that you could work on as a DJ.
Yeah, most definitely.
Moving forward into the future as things are evolving.
Yeah, because people be interested in life. Like I look at it like I've been doing this for so long, but then it's become normal to me. So I don't realize like the everyday things that I do is like not normal. You know, going to the studio, going to go get a fit just for an event, preparing for a set, going to eat or getting invited to hang out with these certain type of people. Like, you know, I realize now like, oh, that's not really normal stuff. So people want to see that. So moving forward, yeah, I definitely will be streaming more.
On what are you interested in? Twitch, TikTok?
I'm gonna do everything. TikTok, Twitch. I'm gonna do it all.
Okay. But have you like ventured into it just a little bit?
No, I haven't. But like I said, I realized I have an interesting life. So recently I've been vlogging. I've been doing a lot of vlogging. So when these videos start coming out, that's gonna be the lead up to the streaming. Like, dang, bro, be lit. Because I've been doing this for a long time. Like, so. Yeah.
What would you call some of the ways that you market yourself?
What do you mean?
You spoke on that being able to market yourself gets you more opportunities. And what ways do you market yourself?
I mean, you know, just simple stuff. Like you can do business cards. You can have a website. You can make sure that your social media looks appealing to where what you're advertising looks like what you're doing. And then just building relationships and conversations. Like that's marketing in itself. And then just having a team behind you to like basically what you're saying, you got other people saying the same thing as well. So more people are willing to believe it. Like, oh dang, it's real. Like,
so when you were in college, you had a street team.
I had a street team. Yeah, that's how. I had a big street team.
Okay, and right now, marketing yourself, making content.
Mm-hmm.
What type of content do you make to market yourself as a DJ?
Right now, like I said, we've been vlogging. We just been capturing everything I've been doing. And like I said, I'm just trying to shed light to what I'm doing that's not, I guess, what your typical DJ would be doing. So, like I said, I'm involved with the community a lot. Like I'm doing something with Clayton County Police next week. Like I do this every year. I work with affordable housing. I work with back to school drives. I work with, like different things, like whether it's proms, homecomings, I work with special, like whatever. Like I'm the people's fave, bro. I work with any and everybody, bro.
It's lit.
That's
okay. What are ways that you can market yourself while DJing?
I mean, you can just stream. You can go live. You can, hey y'all follow me, or you can have a street team promote. I got merch from my company, Be the Greatest. Like
banners.
Yeah, banners. It's multiple ways. But like I said, with me, merch. I got 5 people with me that got my company name on the shirt. That's marketing.
Because these are all y'all are feeding information to the people.
No, for sure. Yeah, that's marketing.
Because there are ways. I'm just pointing out the fact that there are ways that you should market outside of the booth.
Yeah.
There are ways that you can and should market while you're in the booth.
For sure.
Right. So, and there are ways outside of yourself that is considered marketing that you spoke on. You like the team that's marketing for you while you're doing your shit.
Yeah.
So some folks down there feel like because they're not good at marketing, then there's no way for them to actually get it done.
Yeah, but to have a team, you have to be a great leader, and to be a great leader, you have to be a great follower.
And then sometimes you have to just know where you need your help at, and you have to know. That if this is not your strong point, you have to know how to either hire or acquire those that fill those voids for you.
For sure. And a lot of DJs got to understand you're going to spend some money. You got to spend money.
I mean, the same way that folks, you buy your equipment.
Yeah, you got to spend money.
Yeah.
You have to spend money.
Because, again, I think that you are a very marketable DJ, not only from the way that you look, the way that you carry yourself, the way that your page is set up. You can tell that that's kind of a thing for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, like marketing has always been something that I've been interested in, but it's just like, and
it's bigger than. But I'm just gonna be for the sake of the podcast. Your marketing is deeper than hey, you look good and you know how to dress.
Yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I've done marketing.
That's a part of your marketing, though.
The
fact that you're an attractive guy, no diddy bit diddy.
I appreciate that, man.
Nah, but you carry yourself as such. But for some folks, it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
Like you said, like you spoke about the cards. How did you get to the point to where you marketed yourself to become a tour DJ? Now let's talk about you as a tour DJ.
Oh, man, shout out to my team, Black Tag, BTG, man. Shout out to everybody that's supporting me, man. Like, literally how, man, like, I started this thing in Alabama, and I turned Alabama up, and I got to a point to where it kind of just hit the fan, I was just like, I'm going to go back home. Mama, you can always go back home.
Nah, for sure.
Go back home and get my stuff together. I was with a woman at the time to where it was just like, hey, if we're gonna be serious, I need you to get serious. I need you to be a man, quote unquote. You feel me? So that's what I did. I was working, man, 2, 3, 4 jobs, man, and literally when I moved back home, I was on the road. Y'all from Florida? I don't know if you're familiar with Rod Banks.
Yeah.
I went on tour with him. He had an opener. His opener was Da Baby.
Ah, okay.
Literally 3 to 4 months before he blew up. So I went on tour. We did 5 cities. We did DC, we did Philly, we did New York, we did Buffalo, and then we did Indianapolis. And just talking to him. But I seen him, like, literally, bro, like, if you was there, you'd be like, yo, this guy is like so to see where he's at now is just like, he had it all. He had the T-shirts. He had the CDs. He had the
all his merch, his marketing shit was together.
The marketing. He would bring a woman on stage, and you don't see him do it now. But he was on some Chris Brown stuff, like dancing, all of that. So it was just like to see him blow up. It was like I was just kicking him, bro. Offered me a feature for $1,000. Well, I was broke, but but that, and then going to work, and it's just like, all right, cool. Let me go to work. But just knowing my purpose is like try to step away from the music, and you know, eventually leaving work and just going all in. We turning up. I got the whole city behind me. Got the whole Virginia behind me. We turning up. We going crazy. Lit as pool parties, lit as house parties, lit as club parties, whatever. And that led to me going on the road with TikTok and Warner Brother Records.
Nice.
Literally TikTok before it became TikTok.
Right.
Like literally. So what I was doing was it was an HBCU tour. We was going city to city, campus to campus promoting TikTok. Like, hey, whoever makes the best TikTok, we're giving away $5,000 in scholarship money.
Lit.
And I did that tour. It was great. I met some great artists.
What year was that?
2019.
Okay, I swear.
Literally the year before that, Sweetie was on that same tour.
Right. Okay.
But like on this tour, I was on the road with like Lil Zales, Osama, like Black Fortune. Like it was a whole bunch of artists. TK Baby, Posa. But anywho, COVID hit. But I was still lit. QC reached out. We want you to be part of our DJ collection we're putting together. I'm like, all right, cool. I ride COVID out. I come to Atlanta for Ugly Money Nietzsche show. I was invited as a special guest. Boom, I pull up. It was lit. I felt at home. I stayed for like a week, and I told myself I'm about to move out here. And in March the following year, 2021, I moved out here. Excuse me. And then from 2020, I literally came out here in March, and I was on the road with Lil Baby, Lil Durk, and Coi Leray in August.
Oh, that's lit.
I can't really say anybody can do that, but by the grace of God, I was able to make it happen. I know how I made it happen because it took a lot of sacrifice, it took a lot of work, bro. Like, that's what DJs don't understand.
You just know that much, that many songs?
Nah, it took a lot of sacrifice, bro. Like
time, availability, skill.
Your fingers is just that good on the tables?
It's not in that. It's just being accessible.
Nah, he fire though. He is fire though. That is part of it. You can't ignore that's part of it. If you don't know how to, again, the talent, bro. If you don't cultivate your talent.
The talent. Yeah, I got the talent, but it was just
you can't perform on a dime like that. Because that's how it comes. It's like, hey, yo, we need you here to do this.
Yeah.
And then you got to come and show the fuck out.
Yeah.
Every time, like on demand, like some popcorn.
Like I done auditioned for a few QC artists and didn't get placements, and then it was like I was back doing marketing work, and then just staying humble and staying patient. I got that phone call like, "Yo, this a situation, whatever. Long story short, we need a DJ." Okay,
Boom.
Swank is available. Can you get to Albuquerque the next day? Yeah, I'm there.
Lit.
Most DJs will be like, "Oh no, bro, I'm not going. I ain't getting picked." I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm in Albuquerque. We do the show. We turn up. Okay, you're officially on the tour.
Yep.
Simple as that. But leading up to that,
relationship?
At that time, no, I wasn't.
So DJs stay single. I'm just kidding. No, I ain't saying that.
But I said that.
But I admit, I literally just got out of a relationship, yes.
That's a part of the sacrifices that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the sacrifice.
But not even just that, family.
The plane ticket, the sacrifices.
Family's the hard one.
Family's
the hard one.
You got kids?
I have a son now, yeah. But at that time, it was just family. I ain't seen but I was on the road for like 6 months. I ain't seen I'll see my mom, dad, and all them here and there, but like when I say sacrifice, family functions, time, friends, money, comfortable situations, all of that, bro. That's what led up to that.
Yeah, it come with it.
Yeah,
I understand that shit, bro. It really come with it.
People
that
think
family shit hit hard though, bro, because it's like it's family that you want to see, but okay. Here's a question: How did your family take you deciding to be a DJ? Because you did it kind of later. No, you were DJing at 14, but like I guess going
not 14. No, 2014. No, not 14.
2014.
Yeah, but I started 2016.
2016. So was there? When did you did you balance? Did you have like a job and DJ and wean it off, or did you jump all the way head first?
I was all the way in.
Okay, cool.
And when I say that, I would say that I had other situations going on.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
But yeah.
Okay. How did your family take that?
I mean,
how old were you at that time?
I was like 18, 19. It was kind of just like, cool. Oh, okay. Well, you know, you're in school, so let's finish school.
Right. Okay. I got that one too.
Nobody took it seriously.
Nobody took it seriously. Okay, cool. See, that's why I was asking you about that, because this is like a story that most DJs end up having.
But I would say my father's always been number one supporter of me. You know, he's always been there.
So with my family, they supported me as a person.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I can never say that they weren't supportive, right? They were supporting me as a person, but I definitely got the, you can work this a job, or you got your degree in this. Why aren't you doing?
See,
this?
I didn't finish school. I dropped out, so it was just like when I decided to drop out, it was like, this is it.
Right.
That's all I got.
For me, it was getting locked up. That was my turning point.
Yeah,
and
like then I've had
this shit. I'm going all in with it.
I've had situations, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've had similar situations to where it was like, this is all I got.
Yeah. So I had that emotion and feeling. It was like, fuck it, I'm going in. But it was a good, before that I still was dibbling dabbling. So it was like I'd have like a job. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was lifeguarding, it's like one of the easiest jobs in the world.
For sure.
But it made good money. So it was kind of like, I still would have that, because I got to make money as a guy. You got to make money. But a lot of my family, girlfriends, things like that, they didn't understand when I started reinvesting, like when I started buying equipment, the right shit, you know what I'm saying? Buying studio equipment and building that up. It was like, you're making this money, but you're still living like this, like what's going on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got a vision. You know what I'm saying? I got a vision of what I want, and I can't get what I want if I don't take some sacrifices now. You with me or you not with me? I ain't asking you for no money. You know what I'm saying? Now, mom's always had my back regardless, but she gave me the talks. It was, hey, garbage men make $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but they smell like garbage all day, number one. And I was like, I'm somewhere between McDonald's worker and doctor at this time frame, you know what I'm saying, with money, right? And it was increasing every year. So it was like, at a certain point, it's like, okay, hey, do you need anything? You see what I'm saying? That was the turning point. Because other than that, she's always checked on me, making sure I'm straight. If I needed help, she got me. Super supportive. Mm-hmm. But as far as me as a DJ, the rest of my family especially was kind of like, yeah, you still doing that little DJ thing? I was getting that. I was getting it. So I pulled up in the licks, and it was like, oh.
Yeah. Okay, we see.
You doing all right up there? You doing all right up there?
I remember when your car broke down, though. I remember, bro.
Look.
I just thought about it. I just had oh, shit. Because I still be thinking about, like, you still that same guy, like, to me, you know what I'm saying?
It don't change. It's just evolution, time.
Yeah.
But I remember when that car broke down, bro, you was in dire straight.
Yep.
Like, you was fucked up. But you made it out of that. But yeah,
man, as a DJ, man, you're gonna be shit.
Yeah, that shit gonna happen a lot. Shit. It was, bro, every fucking month for quite some time, bro. It was like, okay, am I gonna make all the bills I gotta pay this month? Like, what am I gonna do? But it was never, I couldn't think about it. I had to work so hard that I couldn't think about what I was gonna do. I just had to keep doing what I was doing to get over that hump. You know what I'm saying?
And then in the industry, when you become an ambitious person in the industry, you just start to spend more.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah,
your budget increases as far as your spending budget.
Has to.
So it's not saying that you're not making the money.
Yeah.
Now you
got to spend that much more money.
Spend more because you now want to move into another bracket.
Yeah. Or just maintain.
That's what I tell DJs too. When they be like, yo, what happened? Why you lead a tour life and this and that? I'm like, yo, bro, like, I don't understand. It's like, yeah, I was on the road, but I was a support. Like, I want a main thing. My brand wasn't there yet. So it's just like, yeah, you make decent money, but you away from your family. Yeah. You away for a long time, and then you around people that got millions, thousands.
Yeah.
So like you said, you kind of just adapt to that same type of lifestyle. We eating that Roost Crisps. We, you know what I'm saying? We eating that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that adds up.
Yeah, it adds up.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, we shopping at this place and this place. We going to this type of clubs that drinks is $30, $40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what are the perks though that you may have gotten from being a tour DJ?
Oh man, I got to be in a room with some of the greatest, bro.
The access.
Some of the greatest, bro. Like, I done open up and been in the same, like, right here in the same room with a lot of the greats. But at that time, it was like, what I realized was like, the average person be like, man, this is cool, me get some footage. But me, I was like, these people don't even know me.
Right.
I ain't doing something right. I didn't put enough work in for people like, hey, Swank, it's work. Like, nah, I'm just here. And so for me, that was more than enough to know, like, okay, I got to work harder. After this, I got to top this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I've been around a lot of the, like I said, anybody you can name as far as in the hip hop, R&B, I've been around them. I opened up for them.
No, we want to name. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We want to name them, bro.
I could say this, man.
You said Coyle Ray, you said Lil Baby earlier.
But that was who I was on tour with. But you got to understand, Lil Baby was I would say the hottest hip hop artist at that time. Nothing against him now, but he's definitely not the hottest hip hop artist now. But at that time, he was the biggest thing ever. And I was, you know, any city we went, you can only imagine. We in Houston, you can only imagine who was pulling up. We was in Cali, you can only imagine who was pulling up. So anybody from the Chris Browns all the way to
keep naming them.
The A Boogies, you know what I'm saying, Lil Uzis. You know
this is what this is for. I understand that we get to a certain point in the industry.
I mean, I just,
where name dropping don't really mean anything.
No, it was cool, man. Like I said, I got to share the stage, share the same dressing rooms, open up Gucci Mane, Roddy Ricch, Lil Uzi,
was there anybody that
Chris
you
Brown,
gained a
Nicki
relationship?
Minaj? That was everything for me growing up as a youngin. Like we all idolized Nicki Minaj as one of the ones. You feel me? So yeah.
So you was actually around Nicki Minaj. See, that's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I mean, of course she had an entourage, but yeah, I'm right here. You feel me? But I was a nobody. I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't gonna. People like, why you ain't get the picture?
See, that's where people will disagree with you, Swank. You was somebody, bro.
But I'm saying though,
you in that space.
I'm in that space.
Right.
No, I don't do no pictures because it's like
it feel corny.
We don't have. For me, I gotta have a real relationship. We gotta have a real relationship,
right? Mm-hmm. I've been popular my whole life, and at times I enjoy being around other popular people because that way I like just being invisible a lot, right? But I also, because I've been this person and have this persona, I don't really make a big deal about other people that's also as popular. Again, I enjoy it, so I like to back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of hooking up and standing next to them and being in that same light, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind when the light is on, especially if they're my friend. If I know them for real, I love that shit.
I mean, I'm in pictures. I'm in pictures.
Right, but what I'm speaking on is then because I'm a lot older than you, and so in my perspective, taking pictures was lame. It was like even just pulling out the camera when people came to my studio so much. Like they everybody in the city at one point was coming to my studio, and they all would have a picture time. Everybody would be in the picture.
Yeah.
And the person that everybody always asks to take the picture is me.
For sure.
Now, sometimes when you get asked to take the picture and you're in a position, it might be because you're in the, hey, you don't really need to be in this picture type of thing.
Right.
Or just, I feel that most of the time folks ask me to take a picture because the same reason that they may ask me to do a lot of things is because I'm just nice like that and I'm going to get it done right.
Yeah.
So they know that I'm dependable when they want to get something done. But I will say if I can go back, I would take way more pictures than I didn't take with some of the people that I had access to.
I would agree. Me too.
Not only because of the way that the game changed and pictures kind of matter. Because again, I used to just think that shit was lame as fuck.
Yeah. Like I wish I could, even back then at that time, like I wish I could have took a picture. I would have just said something to take a picture with Jim Jones, for instance. Yeah. But it's like we saw him so often, it was just kind of like, Jim Jones is here. Oh, that's dope.
I mean,
what's up, Jim?
What I can say about that situation, man, it just depends.
Man, it's name after name after name for me.
And
it'd be like
Mozzie. But see, like Mozzie is somebody who I got video of, just like of our conversations. But I wish I would have taken a picture or two with Mozzie because I fuck with Mozzie. And Mozzie fucked with me. So it's like, okay, shit, that would have been one. I wish I would have took that picture.
And the add-on
Cello. I wish I would have took more pictures with Cello.
Right. And so that's
you
why
feel
I'm
me?
adding
Like,
on to
yeah,
that.
I get
DJ
that.
Mastermind.
Yeah,
Cello.
Mastermind. I took a lot of pictures with Mastermind.
Sad. I'm saying, like, from my perspective, it's not
yeah.
necessarily saying that this person has to be uber famous.
Right.
But in the industry that we're in, there was always a time where people would be like, let's flick it up.
Yeah,
and
you're
for
right.
me, I usually be the person that be like, maybe it's an insecurity on my point. Maybe it's the way I dress. Maybe, you know, it was the way I came up. Maybe I'm also saying that, hey, I'm cool just being known. People always gonna know who Dame Dozha is. But, bro, I don't have any pictures with Bankroll Fresh, and he was a friend of mine.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I've thought about it to a sense of, like, I would, you know, I'm gonna flick it up at another point.
Yeah.
Or I would, you know, and then when you go to certain places, like when I had a regular job for a while, and then people be like, who do you know? And they want you to name drop, or you get in a conversation, or they even find out remotely what you've done. The very first thing that they want to see or know
is pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when you don't have even the pictures, like for one, I mean, shit, you could have a plaque, you could have the Benz, you could have the Rolex, or you could just have a bunch of pictures on your Instagram, and pretty much, if I had a picture with everybody that I stood next to, or been around or worked with, people will look at me like I'm a totally different person. No matter how I dressed, no matter what it was, I could definitely be a bum on the street, but it'd be like, nigga, you took pictures with the half of hip hop.
Yeah,
you are one of them.
Yeah, that's right.
For sure.
And it's you know, I'm just saying that it comes. Take the picture, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even if you find the opportunity to get some of those times, to capture some of those times, not only for your life but for your kids.
No, I definitely agree. It's just you gotta understand, like, I'm gonna just put it like this, like, it just depends on the situation, man. Like, everybody ain't, you feel me? And at the same time, I was so locked in, I just wanted to work. I ain't want to get kicked off.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
I ain't want to mess up.
It's
what I'm
hard,
saying?
man.
So, like I said, I could have got pictures with Coach K, P, you know, like I could have got pictures with multiple people, you feel me? But me, I'm so focused on the work, like, forget the pictures. Let me get the work done. Let me finish out this tour.
Yeah.
So we can get paid.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know. And when you on tour with especially with Live Nation, you don't get paid to the end.
Ooh.
A lot of people don't know that. You don't get paid to the end.
That's rough.
And so if you watch New Edition, when they got into the scuffle and they was mad because they didn't get paid, why they didn't get paid? Because they didn't finish the tour. There you go.
Ooh.
Gems.
Yeah.
So
you had to survive off your own bag for the most part.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Till the money come
For
in.
sure.
Is there any conversations where you have to call at home and be like, "Hey,
ain't nobody to call," because a lot of people don't realize too, man. I was messed up on that tour, man. Like, you gotta understand, you going 30 cities, 20, 30 cities, bro. Like, you gotta figure it out. Like, yeah, you got a hotel room, yeah, you got transportation, but you still got bills at home. And when I say I wasn't a nobody, I wasn't getting booked for after parties. I've been around DJs that was getting paid $10,000 just to pull up for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't want nobody. You feel me? So it's like I said, like, when next time I go on a tour, it gotta make sense, because I've seen DJs go run up a bag at the show, then run up a bag at the after party.
Yeah.
So they might touch, you feel me, a 5-digit, you know what I mean, number in just one night. Just one night. No, not a weekend, just one night.
Easily.
That was inspiring to me. Like, dang, I ain't nothing. Like, not knocking myself, but it's like,
I gotta work harder.
I gotta go harder. I gotta build my own brand.
Marketing.
I
gotta market myself.
You know what I mean?
That tour shit is rough though, bro. Like, I had to turn down the tour I really wanted to go on, man. Because my daughter was born.
I mean, that's more important.
My daughter was literally born.
That's
like, and I had to decide that month if I was gonna go or not. And
that's more important.
I love them to this day. They gave me every chance in the world,
for sure.
And I appreciate them. But I couldn't go.
No,
and they respected it. They still booked me for other shit later.
Nothing is worth more than that.
I can't go. I can't leave my baby here.
No, even to this day, I was on Lil Baby tour going on 3 years now. 3 years ago, I've been offered multiple tours. I've been offered multiple opportunities. But like I said, because I've experienced it and I've seen it,
Yeah.
I don't want to be cool no more. I don't want to.
Right. I want to make that bread. Fuck that shit. Yeah.
I'm keeping 100, like, because them groupies is real.
Hey, yeah, that's true too.
I done seen women travel city to city.
Yeah.
Just to, you know what I mean? Like, I done seen people do everything they can to get backstage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Read between the lines, right? I've heard, you know what I mean, a lot of crazy stuff, but I say that to say, man, like, whatever God got in store for me, that's what's gonna happen, man. I've lived it. I've performed at the Staples. I performed at the Barclays, Brooklyn Nets. I done performed at every major NBA and hockey stadium in this country. So it's like the next level, it will be MLB and NFL stadiums, but we'll get there. But I've done more than your average DJ. Like I said, I've opened up and been in the same rooms as a lot of your superstars that y'all look up to. You know, like, I could just keep name drop, but I've been there. You feel me?
Don't get me started, because I'm gonna keep like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that just does nothing
name them.
That just does nothing but like boost you up. You feel me? Like, straight like that.
Man, there's so much that, like, I'm mad at myself because we had a long conversation off camera.
Yeah.
And we are limited time on camera, so I just want to get to some
let's do it.
rapid fire. Like,
let's do it.
Basically, just to find out what your influence was like in hip hop, and and a couple of people that you rocking with. So, you from Virginia?
Yeah,
Give me Virginia's top 5 of all time.
Pharrell, Timberland, Missy Elliott, Pusha T, and the Clips. If you want to include his brother Malice. No, Malice. I'm tripping. And who else?
Sipping and tripping.
Nah, for sure. Let me see. Top 5. I mean, it's so many. You got Chris Brown, Trey Songz. You got.
I mean, hey.
That's more than 5.
You hit your 5. You hit your 5.
You good, because a lot of folks be struggling, but you are from a place that has a lot of goats.
I mean, that's gold. And then Teddy Riley's not from there, but he's the reason why Pharrell and Chad, you know what I'm saying? He discovered a lot of talent there.
So to be so young, who instilled, you talked about your dad, instilled in you to do your research and know your history. Do you think that makes you a better DJ?
Yeah, most definitely, man. I can't even lie to you. Most definitely.
Or do you just did your research just for the importance of hip hop culture?
Because it was just like, a lot of people don't understand too. Like, I didn't move here I was born in the States, and I moved away as a baby. I was living in Asia until I was about almost 6 years old. So it's like moving back to the States, learning what I learned, and then just being around my dad. I learned so much, especially old school. Like, like, I owe a lot of that to my pops. Like,
okay, give me your fave 5 old school rappers.
I'm not really too big on old school rappers. I can name you old school groups.
I mean, old school industry.
Okay, top 5
people.
Let's see.
Your fave 5, not top 5.
My favorite 5: Isley Brothers, Stylistics, The Temptations. Let's see.
That's a dope list so far.
I mean, it's so many.
Yeah,
man.
he went further back.
You gonna throw Mike Jack on there?
A Jackson 5.
You in your 20s.
Okay, he gonna do Jackson 5.
You in your 20s and you naming 70s and 60s.
Because that's what I'm.
I understand.
Bro. Yeah.
Because I was talking rappers and you was like
Prince?
Groups, and you went over.
I love Prince, but no, I would say Jodeci. I love Jodeci.
So you're a big fan of groups of
I love
many
music.
individuals.
But my first concert was a Kiss concert. So we can go that way too if you want to.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Eagles, Guns N' Roses. I mean, we can go that way too. You feel me? But we're gonna keep it hip hop R&B. That's my top 5.
Yeah, because you're an open format DJ. Open format DJ.
And that's just how it's brought up.
Let's talk about the Asian influence. Hip hop in the Asian community. You talked about being part Asian.
Yes, sir.
What country did you have to live in for all those years?
I lived in Japan and the Philippines.
Excellent.
Which you like more, Japan or the Philippines? They're both dope, but
no, I mean Japan is just, it's so advanced, bro. Like,
Have you been back since you?
I haven't been back to the Philippines, but the goal is to go back this February for my birthday. I'm gonna throw a Swank festival.
Nice.
And the reason why I haven't been back is just being young and dumb. If I just being honest.
What about Japan? You been back to Japan since?
I haven't, but the plan is to go to both because it's not too far from each other.
So you Filipino?
My mother is Filipino. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Do you know multiple languages?
At the time, yeah, but like I said, I haven't been back home in about 15 years.
Okay. Do you feel like it'll just come back to you probably?
I mean, as a human, we're always open to learn,
right?
If we're willing to. So it's nothing to really just pick up the language again.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna ask a podcaster's question.
Mm-hmm.
And no offense to any group of people, but as a black person.
Mm-hmm.
In the Asian community, for one, I love the Asian community.
Yeah, for sure.
And culture,
yeah,
I would say.
Sure.
I look forward to going to Japan, and if I was to pick another, it would be like Malaysia or Thailand or Philippines.
For sure.
But Philippines, to me, is the Asian culture that I resonate closest to as a black man.
Yeah, there's reasoning behind that.
Is
reasoning behind that?
Is that a reason behind that,
It's
or is that just me being racist? That's not.
No,
like,
it's not, because you got to understand. People ask, "What's the origin of my name?" Swank. That has nothing to do with that. But Sanchez, I picked that name because the Philippines was colonized by the Spaniards. Just like Latin America, Central America, and South America, right? They were colonized the same way. So
in the Caribbeans.
Right? In America, but we're going to just keep it on the Spaniards tip, right? They uno, dos, tres, cuatro, like number, like they count the same way, and even certain words in the Filipino language is just like Spanish, but it might have a little twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Because they were colonized by the Spaniards for so long. So, and that's why I feel like black people have more of a
affinity.
Yeah, with them. And then also you got to understand the African navigators, they traveled everywhere. So if you look at the Filipinos, I have aunties that are darker than me about your complexion. You know what I'm saying? Like I got cousins about your complexion. Like you got to understand Africans are everywhere.
Yeah.
They're literally everywhere. We traveled everywhere. We're the reason why everybody else was able to discover these new lands. You know what I'm saying? We were the navigators of the world. So, yeah.
Okay. But I just want to throw that out there because we always joked that Filipinos were the black Asians.
They are. I'll keep it 100. They are.
And, I ain't want to be offensive or anything.
No, they are. Because if you go deep into the conversation.
As opposed to Japan, as opposed to Koreans.
No, I'm saying deeper into the conversation, you will have those that will be considered the opposite of what you just said. You know what I'm saying? But we don't got to go there.
Okay, cool. But I also, again, I want to go to Japan. I'm actually working on this platform and others so that I can have the ability to travel.
Yeah, for sure.
In particular, African and Asia.
Yeah, for sure.
And but I wanted to ask, the Asian community's embrace of hip hop, is that recent, just totally TikTok recent, or is it for as long as you were alive, there was some sort of influence that can reach even the Asian community?
I wouldn't say hip hop. I would just say Black Americans, period. We've been influencing the world for a long time. If you ask my mom, her some of her favorite groups would be the Stylistics, the Lionel Richies, you know what I mean? Like they're listening to whatever looks good and sounds good.
Okay.
The OJ, you know what I mean? Whatever. But I can't really say everybody's embracing hip hop, but I could say majority of the young generation, yeah, for sure.
I like the way the Japanese culture is embracing. They going through their birth of the hip hop culture and their.
I mean,
country.
yeah,
as far as TikTok shows me.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, me personally, I feel like Man, I don't even know what to say because never mind. I don't even want to say it.
I mean, as opposed to, because Indian culture as well. They got like I've listened to some of their music, but definitely like in my mind, Japanese culture
Filipinos
is something.
can sing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they love karaoke.
I don't understand how the fuck
that's part of the culture.
But it's like but they're so fucking good.
They practice.
Like, I don't know if you have you ever watched one of the like a compilation of just
practice make
a karaoke night.
That's just what it is.
It's like you have 8 or 9 girls that sound like Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
literally Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
I'm so serious from a musical perspective. It's astonishing to me.
Yeah.
Not the fact that they're talented. Like, of course, I'm not surprised they're talented, but the cultivation of R&B and soul and pop singers that they just can blow. Like, them motherfuckers sing.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they sing some stuff a little bit better than the original from over there, man. And it's like they take pride in it.
That's part of the culture, man. Every Filipino party growing up that I went to, man, that's just part of the culture. Karaoke, bro. Yeah. Just like basketball. It's just basketball and karaoke.
But like, no offense though, like in Japan though, Japan karaoke singers can't compete with Filipino karaoke singers.
No
bro.
way.
They
no
just
way.
can't.
No
they
way.
can't, bro.
No way.
They party a little bit. Korea too. They party.
Everything's fun. Everything's fun.
Some of them is good.
Yeah.
But boy, the Filipinos take it to a sport level, bro.
Yeah. I gotta agree.
It'd be fine. I was impressed. Thoroughly impressed. I was like, everybody from the babies to the old folks. I'm saying, look,
it's part of the culture, bro.
I'm
telling you,
3-year-olds that are singing like Beyonce when she was on the Star Search thing, like that level.
It's part of the
at
culture,
3,
bro.
4.
Yeah.
You need some talent. You might want to go overseas and catch some, bro.
I'm telling you.
As a touring DJ,
for sure.
Give me your 5 favorite cities.
5 favorite cities. Definitely LA. Definitely New York, definitely Miami, definitely Atlanta, and definitely Houston.
Cool.
This is too easy for you, man.
I mean, cause I've traveled, bro. Like that's what people don't understand. People think is like, nah, bro. We've traveled.
Give me a tour story, funny or learning experience. Either one.
Funny or tour learning experience. Let me see. There's so many, bro. There's so many. Literally. There's so many. I don't even know what I want to talk about, honestly. Like, because it's just so much. You feel me? It's a lot of stuff you don't know until you're there.
It's gonna be a part 2. We're gonna have to have a part 2 with this guy.
Yeah, you got to.
Because he's good.
Got to.
It's a lot. Like
a funny one then. Just make us laugh with something that you've seen on tour. That's safe and funny, or unsafe, because we can censor it.
I mean, to me, it was scary.
Oh, okay.
I've seen a lot of, especially when we like. What I realized, just being a tour DJ in my own city, I realized that there's always a group of women in every city that's like a part of that group. That's just anytime celebrities or artists come into the town,
they own them.
No, it's just that they're like a basketball team. It's just
dun, dun, dun.
They're here. You feel me? So that to me, that stuff like that was very scary.
Now we can go so deep in that. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's hard though.
They be out there.
It's
be careful.
hard.
Be careful, y'all. They be out there.
But that's just a learning experience. That's kind of
discipline.
Fearful to you. That
I'm not really fearful, but just like
I'm talking about when dealing with women.
Yeah, you just don't know until you know. You don't really know people until you know, until you in certain situations or certain environments.
Or until they put in certain situations, how they may react.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you allow your girl to take the picture with Chris Brown?
I would, for sure.
The meet and greet picture?
Yeah, I would, because if I was able to get a picture with, who I idolize, you feel me? I don't know how I'll be.
Okay.
So you would pay $1,100 to have Chris Brown bend your girl over and and have her smile?
Well, I feel like if we was serious and it was a mutual respect, I feel like she wouldn't go too far.
So there's a line
that
right
girl. You got to pick the right girl as a DJ,
hey,
man.
These are just questions. Are you paying the $1,100 for the Chris Brown meet and greet for your old lady?
Yeah, that's once in a lifetime, bro.
Yeah, it is. And now, mind you, here's my thing though. The problem was the picture that was taken, that was circulated. It was like it was doing too much. Like her ass was on his dick. You feel me? Like that's a lot. I'd rather her give him a hug, like front hug type situation, than have her ass on.
So your girl
bent
comes
over
back
and so forth,
and she let Chris Brown pick her up.
That's not my girl.
That's not your girl.
Should not be. She could not be my girl from that moment on if that's the case. But my girl wouldn't do that. Does that make sense?
I
Pick. It's certain.
That's a good
things,
answer too. That's a good answer.
It's certain things that at a certain point, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was Chris Brown or Joe Blow. Wouldn't matter to me. You did what with who?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you wildin'.
Now that makes sense.
Respect level.
That makes sense.
Yeah, niggas gotta die behind this stuff. That's the only difference between men and women. Women can get away with this shit. Men can't do that. Like nah, you bro gonna say I had your girl like whatever, and I'm gonna want to pop him. So like, cause he's being disrespectful and he used you to do it. Yeah. Nah, so you gotta have the respect for that.
Yeah, you would have flourished for real in the Greek mythology era.
In the Greek mythology era.
You ready to go to war by his piece of ass. Anyway,
you ready to die by this?
Can you tell me a time where you totally fanned out and who?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I haven't.
You've never fanned out. You never met somebody where you were just like, fuck that. I gotta get this picture, or I got to tell them what's up. I got
shit. One. Like I told you before, it would be like my Instagram will be full of pictures. Like I've done met so many people. I've done been around so many people, but it's just like I'm so focused on the work, bro. Like,
so is there anybody that you can meet that would cause you to fan out?
Define fan out for him, Dame, before you say that, because fan out means different for different people.
For me, no man in the physical form, no.
See what I'm saying? Because what is fan out? What does fan out mean to you, Swank? When you hear the term fan out, and then you explain
idolizing to,
I mean, I'm just saying showing admiration. I know I said fanned out, so I made it seem negative.
Yeah. No. I'm just keeping it 100. Like for me, nobody in the human form, no. And that's just me.
Okay.
So for me, an example for me would be like Yummy Bingham, for instance. You remember Yummy Bingham from New York?
Yeah.
Okay, so like Yummy Bingham, I connected with her first, and then she was dating Nice Hits at the time, the producer. And I met her on, I don't know if it was Twitter or Instagram first, and then spoke with Nice Hits, and then spoke with her manager. And we built a rapport just off of me being a fan of the music, right? She came to see me at Sahara's.
Oh wow!
She came down to Atlanta. I think she had a show. I forgot where it was. She had a show somewhere else like that weekend. And she said, "Hey, I'm in Atlanta. I'm coming to Sahara's." And she kicked it with me in the booth.
Damn.
For like the whole night. Her and Nice Hits.
Yeah.
That was a big experience. Like that day. Oh, I took pictures that day. I took all kind of pictures because it was just the dopest shit.
Taking pictures ain't necessarily just
you know what I'm saying.
Out.
No, but I felt I was very happy to be in the presence of Yummy Bingham. You know what I'm saying? Because from a fan perspective, you know what I'm saying. As a fan of the music, and 3 Stacks. That was the other one. But I was a little bit. I was shy to take a picture
because
I didn't take a single picture 1-on-1. But we took a big group picture outside where it was the whole crew. Cutmaster Swift, 3000, and a Big Boy wasn't there that night. But we was at the strip club. I was DJing at Peaches, and they pulled up on Peaches that night. And that was a moment that I always show that picture off. If I'm anywhere, I'm showing that picture off. They're like, "Who you done met in the industry?" Yeah. This one. This is the picture.
Outkast is definitely a fanned out situation. I would say that I probably would fan out. And okay, when I say fan out, there's a lot of different versions, right? For me, one time I fanned out when I was in a room with Free from 106 and Park.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, I can feel that.
I'm a person that no matter what room I'm in, and wherever I am, especially around strangers, I have no issue talking.
Right.
So fanning out for me in certain instances can say I was speechless. I didn't say anything. I met this person and like I didn't. Hey, what's up? I wasn't Dame Dozha because the Dame Dozha like, on any other
shit
situation.
Is free. Like I can see that.
I mean, growing up,
it was like
I can see that though.
You know what I'm saying? And then looking back, it was like, bro, you ain't even speak to her. And she looked right at you and spoke to you because you was looking like a fucking fan. She literally looked at me and was like, "Hey, what's up? You all right?" And I was just like,
"Yeah,"
and just walked off. I fanned out.
I get it though. That's a big one though.
I probably could see myself fanning out when I met Kanye. I didn't actually, but I didn't meet Kanye. I was standing next to him, and I was in between the fanning out and not wanting to look like a fan.
Yeah.
So I'm literally just standing there, and everybody just coming around taking pictures, and I'm just trying to be like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to hold it together.
Right.
But that's still kind of what I consider fanning out because I wasn't acting normal, and normal me would have been like, what's up, like, you know.
Yeah.
So again, you don't necessarily have to kind of go out your way to take the picture because sometimes that's opportunity. Sometimes that come with business and things like that. Fanning out can just be like, man, I didn't know what to say when this person was in the room. I was just stuck. And Prince could, Beyonce, Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, Kanye West.
If I ever meet Beyonce, I'm gonna be kind of shook. I met Carrie Hilson though, and that one was pretty cool too. She came to hear me. That was pretty dope. Anyway, that was one that I was like, yo, this is fucking cool.
Yummy
I was like,
Bingham
this is
for you.
Yummy Bingham for me was the biggest one.
Is.
She did what song you would have heard was her and Lupe Fiasco. What's More. She's the one that was singing this is a remix that they did, but the What's More is what we got in store. Just believe me. That whole thing, that's her. From top to bottom. Yeah. And I know you've heard the whole song.
Yeah.
All them runs she did at the end. I was like, who the fuck is this? So I went and looked her up and seen the other songs that she had. And that style, her voice, the way she had it was just so dope, man. And she would have went even farther. She started focusing on family. She had a kid. Started focusing on family a little bit more. And then came out with like one more album, did one more little push. And then it's been pretty chill because she was working on a lot of writing. So yeah, so
it's different versions of it. And like you said, no person in the physical form. So
that's just me though.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. But I'll take that. I got like a couple of more and then we'll be done. No. These are my wrap up questions. They kind of like hip hop related.
Okay.
I asked you about the hip hop influence on Asian community. Are music videos still needed?
Yeah, for sure. People, like you said, with the photos and everything, people have to see it to believe it. So yeah, music videos are definitely needed.
And I think I've seen a lot more people now using the behind the scenes footage, the extra stuff, in their real music videos now. Like just like with Tommy Richmond, like with his music video for $1 Million Baby. It's just a bunch of him when he was doing the tour promoting that song. They took a bunch of clips from him going to tours and parties and studio sessions and put it all together and made that music video from it.
Now, it was once upon a time where music videos was a high staple in the culture, and now they may not be as much, in my opinion. But what I would ask to both of you is, what was the last impressive music video that will come to your brain? Like the last one that you remember seeing that you was like, that you either I can't wait to see this video to this song, or B, you fell upon this video and you was like, damn, that's a dope ass video, and you watched it a few times.
I think the Not Like Us.
Okay, good answer.
Monaco for me.
Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Bad Bunny, Monaco.
Yeah.
I like the theme. I thought it was clean. It was pretty cool.
I think the anticipation of that Kendrick song, like, and then like the video finally coming out, was just like.
I was hating on it, so I didn't watch it.
What? You still never watched it?
Okay.
No, I watched part of it, but I didn't watch a lot of it.
Still? Like you still?
No, I watched part of it, but it's just a bunch of Drake hate, so I was just like,
I mean,
I'm cool with the song.
But not even that, it's just like.
I'm cool with the song, so it's like, all right.
I ain't gonna do it.
They beating on the hour with the pinata and stuff. It's like, okay.
Nah, I mean, like.
It's just like, did you watch the rerun of Golden State losing? I didn't watch the rerun of Golden State losing.
That was Cali. I was born in Cali, bro. So it's like
I can understand that too.
That's Cali culture. Like everything in there, it was Cali.
If Plies
culture.
was Drake, if Drake was beefing with Plies or whatever, and Plies dissed Drake or whatever, I still would be watching the video. I'd be watching the video front to back, like, yo, what the hell just happened? Oh, this shit dope. Still, I don't care. Fuck it. I'm Florida. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So I get it.
But I watched
I
watched Family Matters video.
I watched that maybe once. I wasn't too interested in the videos.
And I thought it was pretty fucking cool. I like the way he shot it like it wasn't a video.
I felt like he shouldn't have never gotten a beef to begin with.
I ain't want to go too far in the beef. I just want to make a point of saying that I was objective to Drake, very objective to Drake, but I still enjoyed the Family Matters video and the video with him and J. Cole. So, like, that was the last good video of Drake's, matter of fact. I can't even remember the name of the song at this point because of the damn Not Like Us goddamn got me all white. It's like he did a Men in Black thing.
But the video itself was just dope for you in general.
Numero uno. I don't know what the fuck.
It was fire, bro.
Anyway,
I have to partake. I haven't seen a lot of music videos, so I have a lot of catching up to do.
It was fire.
But I watch
because,
it.
like I said, it's Cali culture, and then like if you pay attention, it's like.
Oh, what I did watch was the what you call them show thing that they did, the concert. Now I watched that and I thought that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? For the community of it, I thought it was pretty cool.
It was just like I said, the
until
video.
Not Like Us came on.
It's just like I said, it's just the whole Cali just coming together. Not the whole Cali, but just people coming together. Man, that's dope, bro.
Yeah, because I know that gang culture shit be real crazy out there, so I can see it. That's a big thing for the culture out there.
Okay. My next question. How do you feel and do you agree have you ever heard folks say that Lil Baby fell off?
Yeah, people say it. Yeah, I hear.
Do you think that that's true?
Do I think it's true? I think that he's not at the level that he was. Falling off, no, but I can agree that he's not at the level that he was. Not saying that he can't be better than that or be at that same level, because in this industry, a lot of rappers, a lot of artists be having ups and downs. So, but I think he's not at that level that he was. No.
Okay. Damn, you good. You good. I thought you was gonna avoid that one. I don't agree when people say Lil Baby fell off.
Yeah, I mean he didn't fall off. He's just not at that level.
He's still one of the highest monthly streamed artists.
Oh yeah, for
He's
sure.
He's still in the top 10 of streamed artists, in the high top 10s at that.
He's not number one like he was.
And he's still relatively newer act.
He is.
Right?
He hasn't even been out for 10 years yet.
Right. So it's okay in a sense for him to not be number one.
Because you got to look at the artists that were number one consistently. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of them fell off.
Right.
I'm talking about because they, you know what I mean? I ain't going to name them.
We ain't got to name no names.
But we know some artists, it's like, dang, he got a hit.
And then nothing.
Yeah. That's falling off.
That's falling off.
Because Lil Baby, there's folks that saying, and it's an Atlanta thing. I think it's really an Atlanta thing when you hear so much of Lil Baby fell off. Because there were a couple of singles that didn't do what other singles did. But when I bring up the new Central C, Band for Band, the new Boss Man D-Lo PJs, and the impact that they have as soon as they dropped, or Nardo Wick, Hot Boy, like, you know, it's impact because Lil Baby's also on it.
Yeah.
Then to me, it's like, how can you possibly be falling off when you do this with Central C and all? I'm like the whole week, I'm hearing the memes, I'm seeing the memes, I'm seeing everything, and related to what you got going on. I don't consider that falling off, but I do get why folks say that. But I also know that Atlanta is very fickle when it comes to judging their fans. They are, and this is my opinion, that Atlanta eats and chews and spits great artists out like it's nothing. So whether it's 2 Chainz, whether it's Jeezy, whether it's Gucci Man, whether it's, you know, you name them, in Atlanta, Ludacris, in Atlanta, real quick, they'll be on to the next one, and the rest of the world will still be looking at that artist like,
yeah. I mean, it's just the Mecca. It's a lot of pressure. So, like you said, I don't think he fell off. It's just he's not that number one spot no more. So that's just what that is.
And I'll take that. That's a very, very solid answer from you and from where you've been when he was at that number one spot. And the last one I got for you before we get your shout outs and stuff like that is gatekeeping in music still a thing?
Gatekeeping, yeah.
And should we bring it back? Or if it's not a thing anymore?
No, it's definitely a thing. It just...
What would you call? What would you consider a good use for gatekeeping?
What do you mean by good use?
Like a necessary reason that gatekeeping should be in the music industry.
When it comes to protecting the culture, when it comes to people that's trying to exploit the culture, like I said, gatekeeping is not always bad, because you have to understand, if you have a house, you're gonna have a gate to keep out certain things, but you can always open your gate to allow people into your home. You're not going to let everybody into your home, but you can let a few people that you trust into your home, family, friends, whatever the case may be. So it really just depends on the situation, man. It's definitely gatekeeping. It's just sometimes people gatekeep the wrong things, and then certain times people don't keep the gate closed on certain things.
Good answer. All right, so what was a time that people tried to lock the gate on you? And how did you get the keys?
When I was coming up as a DJ, I thought I was the hottest thing ever, even though I was great, but I knew that, well, knowing now that I wasn't the best, but, at that time it was just like a lot of people wasn't taking me serious. So what did I do? I started throwing my own events. I started renting out the clubs myself. I figured if I throw the event, I can invite all my people. They don't have to pay anything. They could just come support me, and they can see what I can do. And that's kind of how I gained the keys to be able to be in these different spaces.
You good, man. I want a part two. I want a part two.
We got to do a part two for sure.
Cause you don't let them, you don't let the wrong questions trick you up, and you have quick answers for the right questions. And I love that, man. DJ Swank Sanchez, man.
Yes, sir.
Follow him on all platforms. What you got coming up on the Swank, man? We got the Swank Fest around your birthday time?
Yeah, Swank Fest in the Philippines, 2/22, that's my birthday.
Day after mine.
Yes, sir. Pisces.
February 21st.
Fish hang around fish. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got shout out to my company, Be the Greatest Entertainment. We actually have a lot of giveaways coming up this holiday season called Be the Greatest Holiday. We might be coming to a city near you. We're gonna be giving away coats, clothes, hygiene, hot meals, things of that nature. What else I got coming up? I got my merch about to drop. What else I got coming up? I got my single about to drop.
Lit. What's it called?
Stop Calling My Phone.
Lit. Okay.
And I also have my artist that I have with my company. Well, I guess you could say it's a label now, Be the Greatest Entertainment. We're going to be dropping our first music video soon, and we're going to be dropping our first album soon. So
that's BTG.
Yes, sir. BTG, Be the Greatest. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So what would you like to leave the people with, man? First, give a shout out to all your folks.
Yes, sir.
That might be checking this out.
Hey, man.
And then I'm gonna ask you for just a last jewel, a last gem that you could leave the people with before you get up out of here. Shout outs first, though.
Shout out to all my Black Tag family, BTG in the building, Ham family. Everybody that's rocking with me, everybody that's been supporting me since day one, especially y'all, because I wouldn't be nothing without y'all. And shout out to the DJs, man. I love to shed light on the DJs. You got to respect the DJs, man. Very underrated craft, very underappreciated profession, but the DJs are very important. And I feel like in the position that I'm in, I'm able to shed light on the DJs and show how important we are. A gem, I would say, man, whatever's in your heart, follow it. Don't do anything you don't necessarily feel like you have to do, man. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. But stay true to yourself, man. Take care of your family. Take care of your friends. Take care of your community. And let's do God's work, man. Like, we've been blessed with the I guess the skills and the opportunity to be able to curate and control crowds of people with our skill with music. And I just feel like, in general, just do whatever you feel and just follow your heart, man. That's all I can really say, honestly. That's what I've been doing this whole journey. Just been following my heart and just doing what I love to do.
Swank Sanchez, ladies and gentlemen.
For sure, man. We are Word on the Net podcast, baby.
Before we get up out of here, I want to give you some jewels.
For sure.
First off, as an open format DJ.
For sure.
And somebody that knows their business, you know how to market, you pay attention to the craft, you are open to different genres of music, you know music before you was born.
Yeah.
You on point with the music to create music that's coming.
Yeah.
You multicultural, you know, South and kind of North.
Middle East. That's where we at.
Middle East. But yeah, I'm very impressed the way you not only market yourself, how serious you take your craft. I haven't really been to a swank party, but I'm sure that you pressure on. I'm sure you pressure no matter the situation because of the way you believe in yourself and the respect that you have for the culture.
For sure.
And I would like to have you to come back so I can ask you some more silly questions.
Yes, sir.
So I can try to trip you up as well as I possibly can. But nah. But for real though, appreciate you for coming, man. Being a part of the Word on the Net podcast. Follow us on all platforms. Word on the Net Pod on IG. Follow Swank Sanchez, official to be exact. And don't try to say that 3 times fast because you might get swanked up or shanked up. But nah, man. Is the Philippine trip open trip? Are you gonna have
trip, man. It's an open trip. I'm trying to encourage more people to come because you gotta understand that the reason why I'm so humble is because I didn't grow up in the best neighborhoods. I didn't grow up in the best, situations. So, but me going to the Philippines and living there, it humbled me. I'm like, okay, well, in the States it's not as bad because in the Philippines we out there taking a shower, cold well water outside. There's no power, no refrigerators, there's no microwave. You know what I'm saying? We outside cooking food, making a fire. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real life. Ain't no cars for real. Like it ain't no. I got cousins that's wearing the same clothes every day. I got cousins that's eating once every other day. You feel me? That's real life. Right. So when I come back to the States and we got our struggles. There's levels, but no third world country, whether it's Africa, South America, Asia, their struggle will never compare to the struggle that we have in the States.
And they're definitely switch sides. They'll definitely take what we got in a heartbeat.
For sure. We got too much help around here, man. That's why I said it's really no excuse. I feel like everybody, of course, we know we have to work harder, but let's put the work in.
I appreciate that, brother. DJ Deceptacon, next time we're going to get political on them.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
For sure, man.
And we'll wait. Let's wait until we get a new president in. And so by the time we talk, it'll be after the fact. But in the meantime, in between time, man, I appreciate all the support, man. Make sure y'all go check out all the other episodes of Word on the Net. Check out all the things that Swank got coming and that he doing as far as musically. Good luck on all the ventures outside of DJing, that is.
Yes,
like
sir.
your single.
Yeah.
One more time, the name of the single.
Stop calling my phone.
Stop calling my phone. We busy right now.
Everybody
we got money to make,
that.
man.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, in between time, I'll see y'all next time. It's your boy Dame Dozha, DJ Deceptacon, Swank.
We out, baby.
And we out, man. Word on the Net podcast.
Let's do it.